Good afternoon. I'm David Church, and you are watching RC Racing TV at the 2017 European Championships, Pinerolo, Italy. And let's say hello to our producer, Paul. How you doing, Paul?
Afternoon, Dave. Afternoon, everybody.
Let's say hello to our cameraman, Harry. Hi, Harry. He's giving us the thumbs up there on his platform. You're greeted by a beautiful sunny day here. I don't think we're going to get any rain today. I've had a local gentleman have a look on the local websites, and we're looking good. Not so sure about tomorrow, though. So we are in our, what is this, the fourth round of practice now?
Round 5 of 7.
Round 5 of 7. We are going to be on air with you for the next 3.5 hours. Been watching the four-wheel drives get up to speed today. The back section is the big talking point. And where in the two-wheel drive event they were coming off of that top corner and landing up on the tabletop. Hi, Alex. It's all about the Mongos, yeah. Where they were landing on top of the tabletop and then lining up to go over the big triple. That's our Jeep jump. Now the faster guys are clearing the tabletop, landing on the blue part, and then doing the triple. It is a spectacle for your eyes. And the quickest lap time I've seen today is Martin Bayer on a 31.2. So that is over 2 seconds quicker than the fastest two-wheel drive lap we've seen. So that is a significant difference in speed. Wouldn't you agree, Paul?
Huge. I mean, considering it's a what? It was a 30...
Yeah, 33.5, something like that. And they're still going to be getting a little bit quicker as they're dialing their setups in and what have you. It was quite interesting in there. I said, Paul, check out this lap. He goes, what's that? I said, 31.2. And it was astonishing to hear. Normally you don't get that big of a difference between two and four-wheel drive. But of course, you know, on the dirt surface, it's a massive difference to have four-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive traction. Anyhow, nice to have you along. I've arranged for some people to come in and sit down, but after what happened on Monday, I don't really have to do much arrangement or much encouraging, and people seem to find their way in here. And I'm going to say it's all good.
It is all good.
Thank you very much for all your kind comments this week. Very, very much appreciated. Of course, thanks to our sponsors, the main one being EFRA, for providing us the ability to come and host these races for you. Also Jeep, thank you very much to Jeep. We were transported here in a beautifully comfortable, wonderful Jeep, nice and safe. And I think it has really good satellite navigation, or GPS, they would say in a lot of Europe. We call them sat-navs. I think that was really good. And of course we have a replay sponsor, Serpent Innovation. So that's going to be our replay sponsor. Yeah, and it's just a little bit subdued here at the moment because there's not a whole lot of cars on the track. In fact, let me turn my screen so I can have a look. The glare coming in. Well, I'm saying there's 8 cars on the track. I'm having a look out the window. I mean, why don't you just pick up any random car, please, Harry, and just follow an entire lap to show these people. In fact, follow that one heading towards the drop-off now. Looks like a 3. It's a white car. See if he gets through for another lap. I'm in there near... Yeah, he's got another lap in him. And that car is getting way, way too much big air over the triple. It's it's not easy, people. Okay, so he's coming down the straight. We're just going to follow. Oh, no, we want him to do another lap. Don't pull in.
Oh. Had enough.
Yeah, well, let's say that's the difference when you don't have the full knowledge of understanding that, yes, time is finished, but you got to finish the lap you're on. Well, looking at the computer, he had already finished, but never mind. And now he's on the down ramp. Oh, it's him. That's all right. Just what I've seen a number of times, cars just pile together If you just follow this first one coming out, please. That's Alex Springer. He's a PR driver. We had a nice chat with him the other day. And we're just picking on him because he's the first car there. And we want to show you a complete lap and with the four-wheel drives and how they're doing it. Yes, there's going to be a huge difference once the fast guys come out. There you see we got a couple of guys, couple of British guys outside on the track sweeping up. Let's see what's happening in the chat room. Rich Young, good afternoon, DC. Hello, Rich. And Kovac saying no video.
Should be video.
Should be video.
I've got video.
I can see video. Well, if there is no video, please let us know. Felix Rigby, Yehoon on whatever that means, at home, okay. David Frazier, good afternoon, DC. You're sounding even better today. Remember the like button, folks. Thank you very much, David. Yes, indeed. Feeling a lot better. Still got this. You know what it's like when you got an itch and you can't scratch it? Well, that's basically what I got going on inside my chest. So we're going to do our best. I'm feeling a lot better. It's just that little tickle. Anyways, Mark Headleen, what's up, DC? Enjoyed the show. Thank you very much, Mark. Glad to have you here. Motion Impossible, who TQ'd the presentation last night? Presentation. No, I mean, it was not as you would think. There wasn't even any champagne, and there wasn't trophies for the winners of all the finals, only the A main. Kai Kuvianta, hi boys. Hello, Kai. How you doing? I'll see you not next week, but the following week in Eskilstuna, Sweden, when we're there to host the 1/8 Rallycross European Championships. Nick will be there with his own team, and I will be the track commentator. And Raymond is saying the video is working, thank you. And a few other people saying they've got video, thank you. Dave Dodd saying good luck, Alex Springer. Alex Springer is on the camera at the moment, just to show you what the track's looking like for four-wheel drive. And I've spoken to Alec quite a bit, and you saw there, oh, Alec, nice. He's landing on the top of the tabletop to try to get it lined up. Obviously, he got it lined up, and then he went over. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Ah, of course, thank you, Paul. Live timing. There is live timing up, and okay, there it is, thanks, Paul. If you search for amsci.it, that is amsci.it. That will give you live timing streams. It's yeah. Well, I said to him, I gave him a bit of grief and saying why wasn't it up for the two-wheel drive, and apparently they had trouble with the website, so it was out of their hands, and they fixed it as quick as they could. As I'm on the hunt for flies. I'll tell you, people, you know what? I'm not complaining, okay? Definitely not. Brilliant weather, brilliant track conditions today. Everyone around is really nice. You know, I couldn't ask for much more, and of course there can always be more. But yeah, the flies. Never seen anything like it in my life. And I've been in a lot of hot countries. Let's say they land on your arm or something, and you flick them off. They're like straight back on your arm within like half a second. They're like tied to a piece of string, and you flick them off, and they just come straight back to you. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, just so you know, you might hear some as I'm trying to get rid of them. Ow! Yeah, but I got to be very careful. You know, this is our control center here, RC Racing. TV. The launch control systems are really sensitive. You know. Well, they're not really, but I'm just trying to big it up. And of course, in the background, we have our lovely air compressors. Let's have a look at the chat room. There's definitely feed, says Felix. Thank you. Video good, says Kovacs. Thank you. Keep it on the black rounds thing, Alec. Yes, he is trying, but it's tough out there. It is tough. And let's see. Yeah, we're still following Alec. Here you go. Good example. Landing on the top, and then coming up short again. Let's do the Serpent's Innovation replay. Here you go, Dave Dodd. Have a look at this.
Oh,
that's not going to work.
Oh. Well, we might have missed it then, because it took several... Yeah, we missed it.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, our computers are just coming to life. Even they need warming up. But we will show you some other Serpent Innovation replays throughout the next couple of days. Let's see. Steiner Cartvold says, "Hi, where can we find a driver's list of how complete in the four-wheel drive class and what brand car they're using?" I don't think it's out there. If you look on that amsci.it, that at the bottom has a couple of links, and that will show you all the results, so you can see the list of all the drivers. There you go. Paul's just doing it now, so I can't see the chat room. There you go. So yeah, click on the link at the bottom. It is in Italian and also in English, and that will show you, at least you'll have to go through them one by one to see all the list of the drivers. But yeah, Mark Hedling saying, "What cars am I running, DC? Do you prefer 2 or 4-wheel drive?" I'm driving a Team Associated B6 and a X-Ray XB4, and personally I prefer grip. Yeah, I prefer driving on grip. So if there's good grip on a track like many tracks in the UK, 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive are just about as fun. When the conditions are lower, the grip conditions are lower, I prefer 4-wheel drive much more, because I'm not a very good driver, and driving around 2-wheel drive on slippery stuff is pretty bad. So we're doing a Serpent Innovation replay of Springer getting it all wrong one more time, and then making a nuisance of himself. Okay, Felix Rigby said, "I tried compiling a list of what everyone was driving last year, so I might try and do that same this year." Yeah, if you could do it, that'd be great, Felix. Anything that can be done. I'm not going to walk around the pits to 90 people and write all that down. My brain will fall out of my head by the time I get done. So yeah, and just so you know, that I think there is a lot of trick hop-up parts for cars being used. I went over to have a look at Lee Martin's car, and also the Schumacher of Orlowski, and I said, "Oh, can I take a picture?" And they said, "No, please no, because there's stuff in there that they're testing or whatever it is." So just so you know that these companies are pushing forward, and there'll be new innovation and designs of things coming out. But Mick Craig didn't mind me taking a picture of Neil's car. And of course, I don't just take pictures. I would not do that. I ask first, because that's the respectful thing to do. If you were here, there's no problem with you walking up and having a look at it. Absolutely not. These guys will show you all that they're running, but they don't want pictures, don't want stuff put out on the internet, because it can cause a lot of grief. So yeah, so I just think it's cool that I actually think it's cool that they said, "No, please don't take a picture." I think that's cool, because it's like, yeah, you're right next to all this secret squirrel stuff, and they don't want you showing it.
No press.
No press, exactly. Okay. Up now we have heat number 3, I believe.
Yep.
Yep.
Heat 3.
And hopefully we got some more advancements of this and that and blah blah blah. Stefan Svensson, timekeeper extraordinaire from Sweden, is looking at trying to fix it so we can use the new timing to put on screen for you. So we're gonna have a play. We're not making any promises yet, but just to show you that people out there, even from other countries, can help us out here, and it's so cool, and it's really nice of people to do this. Just so you know, Paul, Stefan says hello.
Hi.
Spencer, that was yesterday. Yeah. You want to sit down, Paul? You want to have a chat? Don't have to. If you don't want to, that's fine. That's yours. Right, we're going to get Mr. Worsley sitting down. Find out how things are going on from a organization point of view. Good afternoon, Mr. Worsley. How are you?
Yeah, hi Dave.
Everything all right?
Yeah, good. We just want the weather to hold.
I know. It looks like we're going to be all right today, doesn't it?
Yeah, today, but I think there's still forecast for some rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not sure when or for how long. So
Okay.
might have a problem.
So what would be the procedure then if we get rain? Do we keep going? Do we have to stop? Or does it depend on how much rain falls?
It depends on a lot of things. It depends on how much rain to start with and exactly when, doesn't it? Because I can imagine that this track, if it had quite a lot of rain on it, it would be undrivable anyway.
Yeah.
And knowing from experience being here in previous years, when it rains here, it comes down quite quickly.
Right, yeah. Okay, well, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. I've got a local radar weather forecaster from Eugene who showed me a website, so I've got that up on my laptop and we can keep an eye on that tomorrow. But the forecast I looked out for today actually gave it for some rain today, and that was wrong because it's beautiful and sunny.
Yeah, it's great now, isn't it?
It could easily miss us tomorrow, couldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it all depends on how things move during the night up in the sky. But when you've got such high mountains so close to you, it's not an exact science, is it?
No. And here's another question for you. I had a number of drivers ask me why there's no track commentator.
Well, first of all, to my knowledge, there's not one organised, but with the PA system we got here, as it's built at the track here, we wouldn't be able to do it because the main PA system is on the rostrum.
Right.
So it means that anybody commentating is really sort of in the ears of the guys driving, which would disturb them. If you remember, we had similar in Spain last year where we couldn't do a commentary because of that, to make sure we looked after the driver's concentration. That is the main reason. It would disturb the drivers too much because it's all coming over out of the same system. Yep,
that's fair enough. I think it's something that in the UK we're really good at thinking through all the little details, and sometimes other countries don't. It's not as important to them as it is to us.
That's right. I mean, in the UK, as you well know, at Nationals we have two complete separate systems. So we have one system for the drivers on the rostrum, so they hear just what they need to hear. And the main commentary system, if somebody is bawling or shouting about with excitement, isn't disturbing them because it's coming over a separate system away from them.
So then I also had a couple drivers say to me, and in fact, even talking to Lee Martin after his win in the second final, he said, "Geez, I didn't even know if I'd finished or had to go another lap, and got a little nervous or made a few mistakes in the last lap." And as they came to over the ski jump across the line, he said he thought that Orlowski might have a big jump to try to get past him. He said, but of course Orlowski didn't know if they'd finished, so there's not even anything telling them the times in that, though.
Yeah, it's all been sorted.
That's been changed.
And it's working today.
Yeah, because it was doing it during qualifying. I could hear it.
It was doing it during qualifying, but the timekeeper thought that we were requiring them to give not just the time, but the position in the race as well. And the program wasn't set up for doing that whilst he could do it, but not instantaneously.
Right.
So he actually stopped it altogether.
Right.
And then we realised that it could still give just the time on its own. So we discussed it with Mirko last night, and he said, "Oh, I could have done that easily." Yeah. So we've got it today. We've got what we want. Mirko will put it exactly where I want it. I've just spoken to him now. And it will be done at 2 minutes and 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So you've got a minute left. I mean, I have to say that Mirko is absolutely spot on to work with.
Yep.
Really, really good to work with. It's his own program. It's a program we're not used to.
Yep.
But he's doing everything we need, and absolutely brilliant to work with him.
Well, that's good. Say I was Stefan. Obviously said hello to you, and Stefan Svensson. I'm talking about. Has sent me a message saying that he thinks he could do a program to convert that so we can use it on our overlay rather than our lovely little system here.
I suspect he could, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that field of things is not my expertise at all. I just know what I see and expect to be able to see it.
Exactly. So that's we're looking to have a little bit of a play with that tonight.
But in fairness to the people here, I think they've done a superb job on the track.
Yeah.
And all the facilities around here are really, really good for the drivers. And I have to admit, before I came out here, I was a little concerned about the timing program, because when I'm not been with before.
Exactly.
And I heard various things that, if so and so is operating the computer, you'll have major problems. But when I got here, I spoke with Mirko for maybe 3/4 of an hour when I first got here, and as far as I'm concerned, he definitely read all the rules.
Right. Okay,
he knew exactly what had got to be put into the program.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want. I mean, you've always got that uncertainty when we go to these races, and we're lucky that we speak English, and English is our first language, and we understand it very well. And we also understand that not every country understands English well, so there's always that little bit of anxiety.
Correct.
Of when you show up to think, how well did they understand? And I was the same thing with Paul. I said, geez, Paul, we could, I got this anxiety showing up to see where am I going to sit for 6 days. I could be in the corner over there under an umbrella, roasting your little, what's off. But as it worked out, it's very, very nice for us as well.
I mean, this venue here is completely new to me. I've not been here before. I've experienced Euros and Worlds in Italy before, sort of 8 and 10 years ago. Not very far from here. The same sort of thing existed there. The number of people who could speak English was not good.
Yep.
But whenever you go to somewhere new and dealing with people in a country that you haven't dealt with for a long time, and therefore there's going to be different people, it's always a little concern of exactly what you're going to find when you get here. Have they got it all buttoned down, and are they going to understand what we want, and are they going to jump to react to it when needed quickly? And you feel very nervous on the flight out.
Oh yeah.
Of what you're going to ask on that Sunday or Saturday where it is you arrive, and what answers you're going to get. Definitely.
I mean, we were very lucky. We were in Lo Stallo last week for the 1.5 on-road European Championships, and that place is mega.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And then coming here is like I hadn't seen, pictures showing everything they got here, and they've got some really nice containers and the covered permanent pitting area with, everything's just good.
Yeah, and it's not just tents; it's a proper setup, and it's all steel girders, everything been installed especially for the event.
And the guy was showing us all the pictures that we'll get those on camera later, or maybe we'll take some pictures of them, Paul, and put them up on the RC Racing Facebook page that just shows the evolution of the track from it being grass to what it is you see on camera now.
But going back to the language problem, I mean, although the main organiser doesn't speak English, and his helpers a little.
Just that one guy.
Well, they've got 2 youngsters here, a girl and Eugene and Marta, and they speak perfect English. And they translate wherever you want them. And if I want a question asked, I just find Marta, ask her to go and get it sorted. And she'll do the phone calls and everything as well. And she knows nothing at all about model car racing. She's never seen it before until Monday of this week.
So what do you think about that, people? They know they don't speak English, well. So they've actually hired 2 people to be here full time just to make sure they understand. And
they're brilliant, both of them.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're helping out in tire tech and everything. They know nothing about model car racing, but they're helping out in tire tech. The 3 lads that are on scrutineering on tech, they're nothing to do with model car racing. They've been brought in from locality, and they're doing a fantastic job. There's one of them speaks good English, and they're doing a fantastic job.
So what do you think about the cars around this, the 4-wheel drive cars around this track today?
I think they look really good. I think the 4-wheel drive cars are looking more exciting than the 2-wheel drive, to be honest. I thought quite a few of the 2-wheel drive cars seem to be just a little bit slow on the straight to me. Even the top drivers. But the 4-wheel drive cars are definitely faster. We've got some very high air being taken occasionally.
We do,
The height of the air, and therefore the crash that can happen afterwards, concerns me a little bit, just in case the marshal's in the track at the same time. And that always concerns me, as you well know from what I've said over the years.
Absolutely,
But we have to keep a very careful eye on it.
I mean, I've seen a, what did I say earlier, Paul? Was it a 31.2 second lap?
Yeah.
2 seconds, over 2 seconds faster than the two-wheel drives. I mean, that's a larger margin than we're used to seeing.
Yep. And one thing we're going to be doing in a few minutes, we're going to be changing the way in which we run the last two free practices.
Right.
Because we recognised at the end of two-wheel drive that we didn't realise it before it started, only afterwards. A little unfair the way we were doing it, especially for the guys that are, should we say, slower.
Yeah.
Because it's still a free practice.
Yes.
But from the time track opens, you go 3/4 of a lap before you get to the timing loop to start your time for any laps to be recorded. So for some of the slower guys, that's nearly a minute gone out of 5. So they've got 4 minutes, and if they're doing 50-second laps, they're probably only going to do 5 laps. And you've got to get their 2 consecutive best out of it. They've not got a lot of chance, have they?
Not really.
No. So what we're going to do for forward drive, we recognised it, and it was head referee, EFRA referee John Cockhill that mentioned it to me last night, and we discussed it. And I said, yeah, I can get over that, no problem. I can do that within the time schedule without a problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to, not sure yet whether we're going to actually tell them to pull up here, and we'll put them on the start line, or let them do the lap to the start line. And then we will start them on the start line, each with their own 5 minutes as a normal qualifying run. So every one of the drivers has their own 5-minute run in those last 2 free practice runs that we decide the reseed on.
Spot on, mate. Spot on. And just so you guys understand what Mr. Worsley's saying, of course, he is a EFRA official and the section chairman of the 110th Off-Road Buggy in England, and the homologation officer, or the head homologation for motors and batteries and all things electric. They've recognized that the EFRA team, that it's unfair because you have to do 3/4 of a lap here, the way the track is situated, and then you cross the line. So in the last 2 heats today, which they're using your 2 fastest consecutive laps to do your seating, to redo the seating. So they've come up with a different way to make it more fair for everyone, and that's what is, you know, the big benefit, or one of the big benefits for having, you know, interaction from the EFRA officials, recognizing something and trying to put it right.
That's what it's all about. You know, those guys that are sat on those boxes out there, and the ones that are stood above us with the transmitter in our hand, are our customers.
Here's another one. I think it was Alex Springer that said this to me. Don't you think that the marshals that are on the outside of the track should stand up?
We've told them all they should be. They were told clearly at team managers meeting on the first day that all marshals on the outside of the track don't need to sit down. They should be stood up so they can react quickly. But if you put something there that they can sit on, then Mr. Human Nature seems to take over and say, I want to sit down. It's hot. I mean, during finals yesterday, Carlos and I were walking up and down the track telling these marshals that end, stand up, stand up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's probably something that, because there is no communication from someone like the track commentator who could then talk to them and say that. It's just, it's different in England. It's what we're used to. I mean, and it was actually Hupo that had said to me about not even knowing what the times were. And unfortunately, on that yesterday, we didn't react quick enough because we could have caught it.
Yeah, we could have done. Well, we didn't know. Yeah, we could have done.
We didn't know. I mean, I didn't know. I just figured I couldn't hear it up there.
Yeah, I didn't know. In fact, I just didn't notice whether it was being done or not. You know, you're down below and it's out of your earshot, isn't it?
You know, you can hear the compressors in the background, so we didn't always hear it. It was like in and out yesterday. You just assumed it was there. Okay, well, that's very interesting. Let's have a look at the chat room. See if anybody has. Adam Talbert says, say hello to Paul. And he calls himself a Mongo. Hi. Paul said he's number 1. Oscar Wilson, on this track and in this event, one of the most races you go through, set the whole race. Yeah, well, I don't quite understand what that means. A set of run they're talking about. Felix says rear tire is basically a set of run. 2 at most, spec for them 3 hole shots. You agree with that, Paul?
No, second run's best.
Second run is best. There you go.
And even in two-wheel drive, a lot of them found second run was the best.
There you go.
We got some drivers, I'm not saying the fastest drivers, 3 runs no problem.
Yeah, so
Not the fastest drivers, they're not doing the most laps obviously, but they're doing 3 runs.
Yeah, Paul's having a look at the chat room. This is what we do, Paul. We get people to chat to us. It helps us to fill chatting, and we often have people request to follow a certain car, which we're happy to do.
Yeah, I mean, I can look at the comment there where even if it was a set of run, which it isn't, the huge cost, but you have to always look at things in context. And I've said this to people many times over the years when you come to do an event like this, or even the Worlds, because it's very similar. That to do your best, you may need to put a set of tyres on per run.
Yep.
Sometimes we go to places where the tyres that are nominated are actually better on their second run than new. In fact, I remember Finland in 2011. The second and third run was better than first.
Right.
And third run was better than second, but it was a little dodgy for fourth run. They started to go off again. But so it's not always new tyres per run.
No.
But even if it is a track where it's new tyres per run, if you look at the overall cost of coming and doing one of these events, with all your flights, your hotels, all the extra stuff that you have to buy, travel insurance, etc., 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 you probably buy some new motors because it's a big event, and you're going to have to buy maybe, what are we talking about, 5 more sets of tyres than you would like to buy. Is the cost of those 5 sets of tyres in the big global picture of how much you spent in a week a huge amount? No, it's starting to get more like drop in the ocean almost.
Yeah, I mean, you spend more than that on beer in the evenings. I'm sure,
exactly. So. You know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in, Paul. We're going to stand up and watch a bit of the racing now, or a bit of the practice. And I think all of you out there should appreciate what people like Paul do for you. And if you ever have any questions or comments and you want to speak directly to him, his contact details, probably best through the email. As you see, he's come in and sat down with us. He's very friendly. He's very helpful. And a lot of times the representatives of EFRA and BRCA or other organizations get a bad rap because people just look at something that's happening and they don't quite know the whole story, and they react to that. And boy, we've seen this many a times, haven't we, Paul?
We have for sure.
Just send the guy an email if you have a question. You know, be polite. Obviously, no one wants to get abusive stuff, and I'm sure you'll get a nice, polite reply, a prompt reply, I would say, as well.
I mean, I usually answer probably 30 to 40 emails a day from all around the world for all sorts of things, whether it's motors, batteries, EFRA rules, EFRA rules, BRCA stuff, cancellations for international, cancellations for Euros, any places for Euros. It's continuous every day, all day. And even last night in the hotel, I think it was 23 emails I answered.
Exactly.
That's what we do. And it's very, very clear when you get some of the emails asking questions. People don't understand exactly how everything works and why it's done in a particular way.
Exactly.
We're not God or anything like that. We're not super 100% right all the time. We're always looking for improvements all the time. But there's quite a lot of things that we have to do from a procedural point of view to be able to control things or safety or whatever. People don't always think of that, you know.
No, but they're very quick to criticize and be unhappy, and they're more than willing to put a complaint out there. And what we tried to do this week was we're trying to balance it out and get a lot of people to say thank you. Maybe send Paula an email and via EFRA and say thanks, EFRA, for making it possible for RC Racing TV to come out and do these meetings. So this way we can justify being here. Well, RC Racing TV, that is.
I get lots of questions asked me, why can't we do it this way? Why isn't that allowed? Why isn't that allowed?
Yeah.
And to be fair to all those people, and totally fair to all those people, when I answer them, majority of the time I will get a quick short answer back saying, thanks very much for the explanation, didn't realise that was the reason, etc.
Exactly.
And everything's fine.
Exactly. Just got a message from Phil Slay saying, hey DC, great coverage again. When are the Euros back in the UK, Paul? From Phil Slay, that is.
When the UK applies for one, maybe.
There you go. I think Phil's involved with the racetrack now, isn't he? Telford. He's up there. There you go, Phil. Put in an application. Right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Worsley. I'm sure we'll have you in before the week's out. Like I say, don't be afraid. Send a message. He's more than happy to help out. Thank you very much, Paul.
Okay, Dave. Thank you.
There you go, Mr. Paul Worsley there. He, as you heard direct from Mr. Worsley the things that he does. We try to untangle ourselves here. Paul's jumping rope with my with the cable for my headphones. This is heat number 6. I stick my head out the window and block the computer so they can't see it. Oh, they got really upset over that. Oh, move out the way. Go ahead, you can look at it. Don't worry about me. I'm not talking to anybody. He waves his hand now. Let's follow the one car, please. I know his colors. Harry's got them, so he's got a lot of friends and family in Spain and also in Sweden. Zacharias Villa. How do you say his name correctly? Thaka. What's his last name?
Villalba, and then Nilsson from Sweden.
Villaba.
Villalba.
I'll just call him Villaba.
Villalba.
That's true.
His mother is Swedish.
Exactly. There you go.
V. Nilsson.
Exactly. See? He lives near you.
No. 1,000 kilometers down.
All right.
Marbella. It's like, would you say Monaco?
It's like holiday area, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's on a permanent holiday. Oh, he's rich. Oh, very expensive. Well, he must be rich then. Exactly. So we're following Zacharias Baba Nilsson, whatever his name is. I can't be bothered to try to learn it correctly. We just call him Zach. Or as Kai would say, he's a Mongo. And it's fun. And we got 2.5 minutes left here. This is our 5th round of practice for the day. We're doing 7. And as you heard Mr. Worsley explaining, they're gonna, the last 2 rounds, which are still free practice, they're going to do a different start procedure to try to make it fair for everyone to do their 2 quickest laps. That's your 2 quickest laps that will decide seeding for the heat order tomorrow. For some people, it's really, really important. Other people, they're not bothered. They're not bothered, but we're gonna we'll get some other people in to talk to us today. Maybe I'll grab Mr. Springer as he's going back by. We're following Zacharias Villalba. Villaba. It's easy for you to say. You're Spanish. It's got a V in it. Villalba. I want to call him V Abba. Zacharias V Abba. Do you know Zach? I'm getting corrections. Don't make me laugh. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna make me cough. See, it's funny because in England we make fun of stuff, and other people don't like it so much when you make fun of them. Carlos is all right. He can take a joke. He can give a joke. He's the one that came up with William Van Abels yesterday. That was good. That was good. So with 1 minute left, I'll just try to grab Springer as he comes back by just for maybe 1 minute or so. And hopefully we're going to have people like Bruno Coelho coming in. Tristan Neal's going to come in and talk with us. Of course, Martin and Joe will be back. They're the self-proclaimed life of the Euros. So they'll be coming in and, you'll have the pleasure, because they say that everyone's contacting them saying that they need to be on air loads because, they are the show. Without them, there's nothing. So, yeah, we'll get them in so it doesn't hurt their feelings if we tell them no. Of course, we're going to try to get Lee and Neil to come in for a couple of minutes. They won't be sitting down for long. They're all working really hard. Maybe tomorrow, if we have some sort of rain delay or something, we can we can get some more people in. Maybe I can get JQ to come in later. He's just coming over here now, near the pits. Let me just shout. Hey, JQ. Busy and have a chat with us, please. Thank you. All right, so JQ, I've just asked him, and this is the way I do it to these guys. You know, and again, I'm very lucky. I know a lot of these people, and they're all very nice, and they talk to me. I just go up to them and say, look, when you're not busy later, I say, just pop in. There's no one in here, you know, sit down and talk. And maybe 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, you know, if you want to stay longer. But what I don't want them to, you know, think is, oh, God, I got to go in there and sit down, and Dave's going to ask me all sorts of questions, you know, for 15 or 20 minutes. No, it can be 1 minute long. It doesn't have to be really, really long time. And I'm actually watching Paul Crumpton's mom cleaning his car. Paul, let me ask you a question. How do you think she's cleaning all that dirt and all off the car wearing white trousers and not getting dirty?
I think she's got practice.
You think? Wait till she turns around and
well,
all the front side of her clothes is going to be black. No, there's not really.
It probably wasn't the wisest choice.
Well, I did get a white a shirt once, a white racing shirt, and yeah, didn't stay white for long. So that's why a lot of racers wear dark colors, because they get dirty. Here comes Alec. Oh wait, hang on. It's the other way, Joe. Trying to get Alec. Alec's gonna come talk to us. Oh, he found some more dirt. There's Joe. He's all upset by my comments about him on Facebook earlier. And I was just going to get Alec, because I know he'll only stay here for like 2 minutes, and then we can watch these 3 top heats. So if you could follow the 4 car, please. Paul, can you give Alec the headset?
What's that, mate? Oh, can I take this back?
No, so just 2 minutes. We'll just do a short one, if that's all right. So here comes the UK team manager for PR Racing, Mr. Alex Springer. How you doing, Alec?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much for popping in. We was just explaining to them that we're going to get some people in throughout the weekend, and of course we've got to get Martin and Joe in, because they're the self-proclaimed. You know, Euros. Without them, we wouldn't have anything. So just tell us, Alec, how is it out there today compared to the 2-wheel drive for you?
Yeah, 4-wheel drive obviously easier.
Yep.
Because it's 4-wheel drive, but
yep.
The back section now obviously causing a little bit of grief, because the quick boys are doing that one in you know, a lot quicker time. It's a bigger jump. They're making it into 1 jump as opposed to 2 for the rest of us mere mortals. But I don't know how much time it's costing the lower drivers, should we say.
Yeah.
Probably nothing if you add it up over the period of not crashing and crashing.
Exactly.
So, but the rest of the track, the bit at the end of the straight, it's a little bit easier now. You can triple that, but it's an awful lot easier now for normal people to get over the end of the straight. Again, not cause as much grief, because you got 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive braking is a lot easier than 2-wheel drive.
Exactly.
Doesn't slide around a bit.
Exactly.
So that's good. So yeah, I mean, to me it feels a little bit dusty at the moment.
Right.
They're constantly sweeping it between runs, so whether it'll grip up, but obviously we've forecast some rain. So
no, indeed, yes.
That could be interesting.
It could be. And you can look back later. I know you go home every night and turn this show on, and if you don't, just please lie to us. We followed you for a little bit, because
Lovely.
That
was emotional then.
Wow, we did get all that on camera.
Good.
So.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we weren't quite teed up to do the Serpent Innovation replay on that one.
You like that one over there? That's good. Oh yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, it's amazing how you can do 5 or 6 good laps and then you catch the 2 bad ones.
No, we followed pretty much the whole time.
Okay, they were all bad then. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
No, it's looking on that one, that needed new tyres on that one.
Right. So, have you brought any new bits for your cars this week?
We do have a couple of hubs and parts to try. Yeah.
Yep.
Courtesy of PR Racing, they've given us some new bits that are due out soon to try, which was good. New hub, which is a longer link on there.
Yeah.
All good. Alloy hub. That will be available very soon. Yeah. So
I
we'll
saw
try-
Anna Wu, is it?
Anna Wu, yeah.
She the boss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to stop the. All right. Okay. All right.
Technical glitch.
All right. Let me do this. But you're gonna hear all the other bad sounds that are coming out of my chest. Yeah. When I was streaming some
As
live.
long as it's under your chest, then.
Well, depends on where you put the microphone.
Precisely.
I was streaming some live video earlier on my Facebook page, and she was right on there.
Yeah.
Liking everything.
Brilliant.
Great to have support from the boss of a
Yeah,
manufacturer.
we have a lot of support, so it's that is all good. As do I'm sure the other teams.
Yep. Okay, well, we don't want to keep it too long.
Brilliant.
Thanks for popping in, Alec. We're going to try to keep it short until Joe and Martin come in and park themselves down and try to stay in here for an hour or
I
two.
was going to say you'll have a hard job getting rid of them. You'll have to burn them out.
Yeah. Hey,
They're like leeches.
that can be arranged. Thank you
right,
very
mate.
much, Alex Springer, the UK team manager for PR Racing. Cheers, dude. Okay, we're going to look at the cars going around. We were following the JQ car. I was busy chatting away. If you could pick up someone else, please. Doesn't matter. Just pick up another car to show a second person. And I've got Sven Ruddig right outside my window. How you doing, Sven?
Good.
Come a little bit closer and you can talk on the air. How's it going for you?
Practice so far in photograph was good.
Yeah.
The car is working well.
One sec. Turn that up a little bit.
The car is working well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Practice was good.
And you enjoying the track better for four-wheel drive?
Yeah. For me, the track it was good in two-wheel drive, although I struggled in the qualifying.
Yep.
But four-wheel drive seems to be okay so far.
Cool. Well, I know you're a distributor, Rudog. I don't know your website. Oh, he's just playing.
It's rodog.eu.
Rudog.eu. Now you distribute a lot of Michael Vormel's stuff, don't you?
Yeah, we do the Revolution Design Racing Products brand
Yep.
with Michael Former. And we have also our own brands, Vampire Racing and Water Products, as well as Amy. And we distribute brands like Techno RC, Hero Cycle, as well as many others.
Excellent. Well, I know Michael a bit, hung out with him. I think he's a brilliant guy. And I do need to sit down and talk to you before you leave this weekend because I myself want to make a big order.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do it for a while, but if I'm honest with you, I've been lazy.
Okay.
But I've not bought anything else because I knew I'm going to buy a lot of stuff from you. So that's Sven Ruddock. Thanks, mate. We'll catch up, and I'll give my list to him and then make sure my bank account is ready because I want a lot of stuff that guy sells. This is the opportunity we have when we sit right here where we're positioned, and he moves away because he doesn't want me to try to Jew him down on a discount. All right, well, there's going to be some negotiation later. Up now we have heat number 8. Let's see who's in there. I'll tell you who was really fast earlier was Malin Carlson. But I'm looking down the list. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Thank you very much, Paul. Paul, on the spot. Let's follow. Who's right at the front? We'll follow Bruno straight away. That's the 2 car. Bruno Quello, current four-wheel drive world champion. And you saw how they put him on the other side of the track because that's where the line is to start his timing. So wants to have a more accurate 5-minute reading here. And I can tell you from earlier today to now, he's really got that car working, and look how much air they get. And they really have to slow down to get over that triple. So that Jeep jump is amazing. Yes, I did over-exaggerate the amazing just to make it sound more amazing, but it's amazing, but we could keep saying that. Oh, and he's over. So I'm going to keep a sharp eye on the time because I want to follow a number of people in this. I mean, they're all superstars. Somebody who I saw do a very, very quick lap earlier was the young birthday girl of Malin Carlson. So if we could look for the 3 car, please. not sure where that is either. Again, on this practice day, they only have one number on the front of the car, and Harry's picked her up out of the triple now. Look at some fast lap times. 32.1 for Bruno Coelho. I saw Martin Bayer do a 32.0 earlier today, so I'm sure we're going to get into the 31s. Let's try to find out where she is. I'm flicking my head back and forth, and I lose where even I am. So it's Malin Carlson over the Jeep jump and the triple. Very, very good through there. That section was young Malin. It was her birthday yesterday. And Jean-Pierre Sartel does a 32.0. Oh, man, you're getting it wrong again. You're going to have to stay here all day, Carlos, and help me. They knew who I mean. I'll just say Sartel. How's that? Jean Sartel. Yep, I can say that. Jerome Sartel.
Jean-Pierre Sartel.
All right. But I can't see all of it. It just says P, never mind. We're going to try to do a lot of interaction like that today. Let's follow the one car, please, of Daniel Kobovic. See if I can help identify where he is on the track. He's just to your left now. There you go. Yellow and blue car. Over the timing loop now. Let's see what Daniel's done. And Daniel Kobovic, the first one I've seen, 31.8. Bruno, 31.7. Maybe get a little competition going out there amongst yourselves of what we're going to see the quickest lap time. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to check because I don't look at the computer all the time. I don't even look at it part of the time. So from the first couple of practices today to now, I can tell you that the pace is hot. It's looking a lot better. 1 minute 15 left. And I think we will switch to another driver in just a moment. Just give another 10 seconds or so of Daniel Kobovic. You guys can see these different driving styles. But if you start looking for the 5 car, please, of Max Mort. Yep, I don't know where he is either, but I believe Harry has picked him up. He's done a better job than me. Oh, must be nice to have young eyes. Okay, we're following Max Mort. We'll do that for the last minute, although there's 30 seconds or so on the clock. Max just making a small mistake going underneath the overpass. And let's watch Max through the Jeep jump. A little bit short, but it didn't cause him any problems. And jeez, I can tell you that takes some skill. I was talking to Lee Martin earlier. No, I think it was actually Hupo Honegal, and he said, it's scary. This is a seasoned professional, Hupo Honegal, and he says, when you come out of that top corner, it's just full throttle. It's not, part throttle or feeding it in. You turn that corner and you go full throttle. Means you got to have all your gearing and your speedo settings right. Of course, you have to make sure your car is setup is correct to accept that sort of whack the power straight on. So a 31.6 then, Paul, is the quickest lap. Bruno had gone quicker and quicker, and I only just caught that. Let's try to grab some people as they walk past. I've got a microphone that Paul sorted out for me. So let's see if we can get anyone to come and talk. It's funny now, they get scared when the microphone is running away. Magna, Mr. Kovic, how you doing?
Good.
How was that for Daniel?
I don't know, I haven't seen the times.
Yeah, I think he did a 31.8.
Oh, so slower than last time. Last time was a 31.5. Okay, I need to punish him.
Oh, there you go. No, that was the first 31-second lap I've seen.
Yeah.
Did you do it in the previous round?
Yeah, I think he had 31.5 in the
Okay,
previous one.
I didn't look. So, what do you think of the track, Daniel?
Very cool.
Yeah.
And the car is working good now, and everything is perfect.
And you guys just made a change recently from Yokomo to X-Ray, and how's that working out for you?
It's pretty sad actually, but we miss Shin.
Yeah.
I just need to be Marshall.
Okay. Well, just go ask him for some help. No, I mean,
It's psychological. It's like just I see him,
yeah.
it gets me like cool down.
Does he?
So nice.
Shin is cool looking though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. Without him, Yokomo is like going down.
Oh, really?
They really need Shin.
Is that true, Shin?
I don't know.
we will see.
How's the car working for you, Shin, out there?
Getting better, I think.
Yeah?
We try many things.
Okay, thank you very much. I will not bother Shin Adachi anymore because his driver is on the track. If we can go ahead and follow the one car, please, of Lee Martin. Coming off the steps now. We'll give Lee the honor of being the first car you see in this heat, as he is the newly crowned two-wheel drive 2017 European champion, doing it in style yesterday. Ricardo Berdon looked quick, but Lee was quick with the consistency. Lee's coming over the ski jump now. Crossing the line. Let's see Lee quick first. Quick. His first lap is his quickest lap. It is because he's only done one. That's like a Murray Walker thing, isn't it? I actually will. If I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity of doing this again, I will study some Murray Walker best of. You know, it's things like, he's the fastest car on the track, apart from the car behind him that's just as fast. Because Murray Walker is true legend. A fabulous, fabulous guy. I mean, and if you think after Murray Walker left, they got like 3 or 4 people now. Murray used to do it all by himself, didn't he? Amazing. Okay, let's look at some Lee Martin lap times. At the moment, 32.7, so gonna have to find something different. Let's follow the 4 car, please, of Martin Bayer. And he's on the Jeep jump now. And the big triple. The orange car with a bit of blue at the back of the show, please, Harry. Thank you. Neil Craig just behind him on the track. And I think after this, we'll look for David Ungaro. Now, we don't have any rhyme or reason. We're just sort of picking people. And I picked Lee Martin first out of respect for being our newly crowned 2017 champion. And I picked Martin Bayer because he was one of the quickest lap times I'd seen earlier in the day. And that's only what I've seen. I don't watch I don't watch the results after every single one. But I have been watching a lot of the cars today. Excellent. Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of cars today. I like to, I'm lucky, man. I was down at the track early today. I watched almost every single heat today, just to watch the evolution of when they first start going around to now. And it's big. It is biggity big. From the pace they were doing earlier today. Now, can you find the 8 car, please, of young David Ungaro? He's a young Italian rising superstar. Biggest claim to fame so far is winning the Neo this year. The unofficial, maybe I'm doing a disservice. They call it the official indoor worlds. You know, you pretty much have everyone who's anyone in the 1/8 scale racing there in a farmer's shed in England. It's a little bit more than that, but that sounded good anyways. So we'll do a few laps with David Ungaro, and then I think, yeah, we'll finish the last minute out with Neil Craig. Why not? I'll try to grab Mick, who's here once Neil finishes, of course. So let's switch to Neil Craig now, please, who's just coming off the triple. Thank you very much, Harry, and we'll finish this heat out. Let's have a look at the fastest lap times. 31.5 for Martin Bayer. Again, super, super fast lap. Let's see who else is in the 31s. Ungaro on a 31.6. Hoopo on a 31.8. No one else is in the 31s. Everyone in the low 32s, though. Okay, thanks, Paul. Ooh, that's louder. Yep, that is loud. Sorry, Paul, had to do that. Okay, just 20 seconds left on the clock now. I deliberately had my microphone pulled away from my face to try to avoid all those horrible sounds that are coming out of my still rough chest, but the voice is feeling excellent. Just a tickly, fluffy, tickly chest. How was that shin for him?
Shit.
Okay. That's there's you go. At least we get the truth straight from the horse's mouth. And apologies if you were offended, but I guess this happens in live programs. Try to grab Mr. Cragg before he walks away. You got a moment for us, Mick? He's busy chatting away. Cram a microphone in his face. He's having a quick look at the car in discussions. Mr. Panish is coming over and interrupting.
Hi, Dave.
Hello, Michael. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
How's things going for you today?
It's going pretty good, actually. We made a few changes to it that time, but I don't think the pilot will be happy.
Right.
I think we did too much.
Right, okay.
But I'm going to talk to him, see what he wants to do. But it didn't look as good to me that time. But it's going all right.
And you got plenty of other things to try? Loads of ideas?
We've got a few more bits
Yeah.
to try. But we don't want to go too far away from the norm. But
Yes.
Because he's pretty good at the minute. He's doing, I think he did a 32 flat there, and he did a 31 in the last one.
Yep.
So it wasn't as good that round, but I don't want to go too far away from it.
Yeah, because it's not always about the ultimate fastest lap, is it?
No. It's consistency that does it all the time.
Exactly. That's the way we try to beat through the heads
Yeah.
of lower drivers like myself.
Yeah, I mean, Neil in the last one did a couple of 31s, but they were all low 32s, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, you look up at Martin, and he's doing 31, 31, 31.
Yeah.
So he's the guy to look at the minute.
He is indeed.
But if you can do a low 32 and keep it down low 32s, you're going to be fine.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time,
No
Michael. Mr. Mike Craig. Let's see who I can get to come inside. Hang on one second while I... Trish, got a minute? Okay. We're going to try to get Tristram in. Here he comes. We'll switch back to the normal headset for Tristram. Bear with me while... 31.8. Is that all right? Yeah. Good. Right, we'll get Tristram in. Well, you will after you listen to me for a while. Hello, Tristram.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Good bit of a migraine. I'm going to put it out there.
All right. So how's things going over there in the Schumacher camp tent? I said Kent, which is camp and tent. Yeah, I don't know why.
It's long days for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
It's only just started for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only just started, but yeah, it's just, I muddle my words. What can I say?
That's fine. We all do it. Everything's alright. We're trying like new tyres, bedding them in.
Right.
So once we've done 5 laps, the car starts feeling really good and he starts getting some good lap times in. Whereas some of the others, they might have already done one run and they're going out to the second run, just killing tyres, just getting runs in.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's our actual pace? We did this a couple of Euros ago, just doing new runs every time in practice, and then we have good tyres ready for the next one. So he's going around, and you see it double bounce a little bit at the front, so like, well, okay, thicken things up, and then he's like, well, I could do a bit more drive as well. I'm like, right, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do a bit more steering as well. Oh, I want to do a bit of that. So I'm like, you want everything then? He's like, yeah, I like everything. I'm like, fine. So not much. You don't want much. Yeah.
No. So everything you've done, just do.
The car was perfect.
Do that, but more.
Yeah.
pretty simple.
which is always easy. I'm getting shouted at by Matthew. He's like waving at me.
Yeah, you got plenty of time,
Yeah,
don't
he's
you?
like, Trish, we only have 1 hour and 50 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there. Don't you?
You
worry.
could build a brand new kit that quick, couldn't you?
He gets all until it's finished, and then he settles.
That's fair enough.
So he's good. He keeps on me.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, you're not settled on your setup yet. You still looking at
no.
stuff?
The tracks change during the time. So we just saw a gust of wind came during that one.
Yep.
A big plume of dust cloud coming up, just hovering around the track like a small little whirlwind going on. And then the heat's like getting more and more, and you see that the track's like reacting differently.
It is.
The profile of the jumps are changing bit by bit. You know, the more they get slammed down
Absolutely.
and everything, all the corners are changing. You're seeing the guys doing the ski jump to a point they're actually landing on the loop. So I'm going to find it funny in the qualifier if they miss a lap, because they, you know, especially if it's the last one, because the last one that Martin did was a 31-1.
Right.
Because he launched it over the line. It's kind of like, fine if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So there's no one else get anywhere close to that. But, you know, if he wants to TQ him in with that kind of pace, well, fair play to him. So
exactly.
We'll do what we can. But we'll get the cars working.
Good.
Wesley's going around all right with his one. And
excellent.
Got the child they get around all right.
Yep.
So that's good.
Perfect.
Yeah. So having a nice day. You having a nice day?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We're just chatting away and trying to do the whole interaction thing with loads of different people today.
All right.
Because I think it's cool that I'm able to talk to superstars like yourself.
Oh.
Wait, don't move. I'm bigging you up even though you're not bigging up yourself.
Well, one lad to get on the video is Tommy Hall.
Yeah.
Little lad, little baseball cap. He's quite cool when he starts chatting. So well, chat with him. He's been going around all right.
We did chat to them the other day.
Okay.
But also his father. Let me think.
Mr. Hall.
No, who's the other guy who owns a model shop over there?
Oh, you got Alex from Moss Models. Alex.
The Cullens.
Yeah. So that's Alex from Moss Models.
Right. They want me to go over and show the pit boards that I think Ben Jimison, his girlfriend, is making pit boards now.
Okay.
So we're going to go put that on camera probably tomorrow. We're not going to do any live pit walks today.
Yeah.
We'll save that for tomorrow.
Okay.
If we get some bad weather,
something to look at.
We're just going to be sat out there with you guys for 3 hours.
Well, definitely we can.
We can hang.
Yeah, definitely. I can rebuild the car 4 times, just make sure it's good. And
keep the boss happy.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Tristan.
Well, thanks for having me.
Did you know that they've changed the start procedure for the next 2 E's?
No, please tell me.
Because they think it's unfair for lower drivers that if you start the time here, it could be some 35 to 45 seconds before they get to the loop. So they're going to have everyone drive around to the start area and start you off one at a time.
Oh.
Trying to make it fair for everyone.
Right. Okay. Well, that sounds very nice of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was John Cockhill who come up with that.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Oh, dear.
The microphone for the guy is useless.
The carnival's back in town. Step up, step up.
But it's like you're kind of half a mile away and you hear it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what they're saying, but it's really loud.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like. So one thing that was commented on in the finals yesterday, there's no commentary on when it's finishing, last lap.
They fixed that.
Right, okay, so they're going to do that.
You'll like this. Because it was not only telling the time, it was telling the start order. They said, we don't want the start order, or we don't want the running order during the final.
Yeah.
So the guy just turned it off.
Right.
When Paul finally got him, because none of us knew that it was off. It wasn't until, it had gone along. And they went and spoke to him. He goes, oh, that's easy. I could have done that.
Yeah, because Lee and Michael were going over the line. They didn't even know that was the last lap until it went 1 and 2 finished. It's like, what? Sorry?
Exactly.
It's 1 and 3. But it was like, Michael's, I would have gunned it if I'd known. And Lee probably would have gunned it as well. Because imagine Michael jumped past him, not knowing it's the last lap.
Lee actually made a comment about that he thought Michael was going to do it.
Right, Michael didn't know.
Exactly.
And Lee probably would have, if he'd known. Well, I guess he might have figured out it was the last one. But some advice was from Alesh Volka at some of the Asian races he goes to. They don't announce that, so he's got a little timer going on his controller. He starts the race, presses button, then it goes. So that lets him know, right, I've done my 5 minutes or my 4 minutes 50, whatever. And then he kind of goes for it and guns it over the line in the last minute, knowing that was his last lap. So, but he's not going to have to do that.
No, hopefully they fix that. So they're, adapting and on the way.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to go. Thanks for having me very much.
Thanks for coming in, Trish.
Thanks very much for having me. I mean, Wait.
You wait till later. Thank me after what's going to happen when I have you then.
Oh, well. I look forward to it.
You will.
See you later.
Thanks, Trish. Tristan Neal, Team Schumacher. Engineer, designer, team participant. I think he's the team manager. I'm not for 100% sure. Paul's wangling cables around again, and we're going to have a look at the old chat room. Let's see. William White says 31-1 from Bayer. Thank you for that, William. Mr. Poulter, that's a fast lap, Will, but can he do 5 minutes? The X-ray looks to have so much rotation, pardon me, in the tight corner, says Dave Poulter. Well, Dave, I tell you what, mate, me old mucker. I've been watching here all day, and Bayer's quick. He's quick, and he can do a lot of laps like that. He's not the silky smooth style like Lee Martin, but he seems to be able to do those sort of laps. And Chris from Ronin RC, excellent coverage, watching from Florida, USA. Thank you very much, Chris. We appreciate it. If you could hit the like button and anything else you can do on social media to help promote us, we'd appreciate that. And Mark Bertrand Young says, I like the look of Lee's car, just need more pace. Yep, and you heard when I asked Shinadachi what was it like, and he said, yep, it's yeah, he said it wasn't very good, so they're back there working. Paul's laughing. They're back there working. Frederick Thorne, who needs corners when you are the fastest on the straight? With a smiley face. That's true, but believe it or not, I'm pretty sure most of the races are won in the corners. William White says, David Poulter, yeah, I know, is the 5-minute pace that counts, but still looks real quick. Yeah, it's just Dave. He's just being argumentative with us. Richie Thorne says, DC asked Trish how he got his rear links. And with a sticky out tongue, I'm sure he's trying to offer to lick any envelopes that need sealing. Yeah, see, we can make up some crazy stuff. So we have 2 more rounds of practice today. Let's get the old Piper here. Oh, yeah, it's way up here. It starts in 3 minutes. Neil Lewis is asking, get Shin for a proper interview. Well, maybe tomorrow. We're gonna. What?
I agree.
Yeah. Well, if we can, yeah. What we might do here in a little bit, I was just gonna say, if I don't get the people coming in, because people like Bruno Quello, I said, Bruno, come in anytime. I said, look, Dave, he goes, if you don't see me in, I've probably forgotten. Just come and remind me, and he'll pop in. So we'll do that and get some people coming in. In fact, I can see Bruno now. Wave on Bruno! No. Hold on. Phil. Did you tell your dad? Did you tell your dad? Tell him to come in after your article. Yeah. Please, let me re-speak. Please ask him to come in after your article. Yeah. There you go. See, I try to have my manners. Hold on. William. We'll get young William Killan. How's it going for you, William?
Really good.
Good. Does that sound all right, Paul? And what sort of lap times are you doing?
37s, I think.
37s. That's very good. And are you faster than your brother?
No, nowhere near.
Really? Is he older or younger than you?
1.5 years older.
Oh, there you go. You see, if you could get anywhere near him, then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I was saying to them, we'll come around tomorrow with a camera and show you pit boards and stuff. Anything else you want to say? Is your mom out there watching?
Probably.
Well, say hi to your mom then. Come on.
Hi.
Anything else? You want to talk about your sponsors?
I'm sponsored by Associated, which is really good because the cars are fast
Yep.
and they're quite strong.
Yep. It's hard, isn't it? Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're interviewing me.
Absolutely, and there's not that many people watching.
Well, there's loads of people back in England who I know that are.
Yeah, like 400 or 500 or something like that, maybe. So not, but it's being recorded as well.
Yeah.
So you can watch it later. You won't be able to see yourself. Whoa, we could get the cameraman to come on then. Here we go. Uh-oh. Now you're on camera and on chatting. Look at the smile coming through. Are you really nervous? Oh, there's giving away. Now wave and say hi to your mom. Go, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mum.
So you're having a great time here in Italy.
Yeah, it's really hot.
It's lovely though, eh?
Yeah.
It's nice to leave the house without a jacket, isn't it? Okay, well, William Callum, thank you very much for talking. We'll definitely come see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Bye. That's what we do. We just grab people as they come around. And I was trying to get Nicholas Child, and he's too shy. He's like, oh, I don't want to. I'll get my dad. Okay, we'll get his dad. Let's see what else anyone is saying. And Dave Poulter, as if. As if what, Dave? Come on, Dave. You work with computers. Your punctuation and your capitalization is rubbish. And Dave, are you going to Southport next week? That's what I want to know. I would really like you and wanted to go. I'll tell you who we'll follow. The one car going towards the Jeep jump now, please. That's Pete Lyons. I went over there earlier and I said, "Oh, what's the biggest annoyance of you?" He goes, "Oh, sitting across from Alex Springer." That's funny. Oh, and having a little bit of a nose over. Maybe we'll have a good Serpent Innovations replay opportunity, Paul. You get your finger ready. So I had a little chat with him, trying to encourage him to drive a way suited for the conditions. I mean, it's in the UK when we drive with a lot of grip, certainly more grip than there is here. It's very easy halfway through your run to forget and just grab a handful of throttle or a load of brake, and there it is. Serpent Innovations replay coming up. And he's heading towards a ski jump now. Here he goes over the first little double. Let's see what happens. And then he didn't react quick enough. The front end came right up in the air. It's tumbling away. Martin Bayer's looking at it like, yeah, it might stop eventually. Eventually on the roof. So that's about a 4.3. So if he would have reacted quick enough, I believe he could have saved it by jamming the brakes on. And the four-wheel drive cars obviously are very responsive to like putting the power on to get the front wheels to come up or putting the brakes on to get the front wheels to go down. Right, let's find someone else to follow. Nick Child in the 4 car, please. I think it's all one color green coming on the main straight now. Harry? And we're going to get Nick to come in and speak to us after he does his marshalling duties. Ah, Alec. Oh, Mr. Frenchman. Hello. He's too busy. We just grab anyone that's walking by. Subject to our communications. I was going to grab the French team manager. Come on down. Hello, young man. What's your name?
Tommy Hall.
Tommy Hall. If we could come down here, please, Harry. Say, wave up there to the camera and say hi to anyone at home.
Hello, everyone at home.
Who's at home watching?
I don't know.
Any family members?
I don't know. Probably my nan.
Is your mom and dad here?
They're both here, so.
All right. So your nan might be watching?
Yeah.
How's it going for you, Tommy?
2-wheel drive went pretty well.
Yep.
And 4-wheel drive, it's handling pretty nicely, so hoping for a good result.
And what sort of lap times are you putting in?
My fastest is a 24.1, so.
24.
34.
34.
I always say 20.
I was going to say, geez, that is quick. 34.1. So I was just speaking to William Callan. Thank you very much. And his was only a 37. Wasn't very happy. Oh, someone's yelling at us.
Pete's got problems.
All right. Thought they were yelling at us, didn't you?
I think it's cutting out. I don't know. But
And what heat are you in?
I'm in heat 5.
And this is heat 2.
Mhm.
Or is this heat 1?
This is heat 1.
Heat 1.
and then
Oh,
heat
thank
2
you
is
very
on
much.
next, so.
You're in heat 5.
Mhm.
What heat is the boss in? You know who's the boss? Who's the team manager?
2, I think. Alex in 2, yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, but
So-
Kev's in 5 with me, so.
So, are you going faster than Kev?
I beat him in 2-wheel drive,
Did you?
but I don't think I'll manage it in 4.
Why is that?
He's looking really quick.
I think you could do it.
I don't know.
I think you could do it.
Maybe.
Okay, well, thank you for talking to us. Come back anytime, and we're going to be running around with the cameras tomorrow in the pits, and we'll stop and say hello.
Okay.
Thanks very much, Tommy. Bye. That is one cool kid. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Cool as far as like just, yeah, whatever. As it comes in, he's dealing with it and enjoying it. So time has finished in this one. And Harry will just do whatever Harry wants to do, because there's no point trying to pick anything up that we're just about finished. And Soup Potter's walking around. There you go. How you doing, Soup Potter?
Not too bad. Well, it was alright until you gave me a bit of an odd look.
Well, don't walk around here then if you don't want the odd looks.
Wasn't trying.
Wasn't trying to what? Walk around here. So what did you
Yeah.
do? Roll up here? Of course you tried to walk over here. That's what you did.
Oh, yeah.
Put one foot in front of the other. It's called walking.
Finish 4.
Oh, yeah. Look, you're on camera as well.
Finish 7.
Anyone you want to say hello to?
Just a bit of a shout out to my friends at the Chalky Milk Fan Club. All of you know who you are. Most of you are probably thinking, what the hell? But
yeah,
you guys that know, I did it for you guys.
Did you?
Yeah.
That is dedication to your fan club.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, do they ask for autographs and stuff? Signed photos?
Oh yeah, you know, they just want print. They take printouts. I sign them for them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not.
Glossy
famous.
as well? Do they like laminate them?
Oh yeah, laminate it and everything. Put it in a frame, hang it on the wall.
Fantastic.
Of course.
And how's your day going so far?
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle at start because I haven't raced 4-wheel since the second round at EOS last year.
Yeah.
But now I've gone back into the rhythm of things and it's actually going pretty good, to be fair.
What's your fastest lap time?
I think I've got 33.5 so far.
Yeah.
So still a little bit of work to do, but I just need to focus on being consistent.
Nice. Are you racing next week at Southport?
I might do. I have a feeling after this week I won't want to see a toy car for at least a month. but
Why?
It's a week. It's almost a week of straight up racing.
Yeah.
And this week's like.
So you should be in your best form. All the better reason to carry on racing.
1.
Yeah, should do.
There you go.
I'll see.
We'll see you there next week then.
Yeah, I suppose.
Perfect.
I'll try.
Thank you very much.
No
Suit
worries.
Potter is his name. Harry Briefcase. All of the above. Let's pick up the one car, please, of Sven Ruddig of Rudog Distribution. Or Rudog. Can you remember what the name of his website was? Rudog. No. Well, anyways, on Rudog something. What's his website? What's Sven's website? Yeah. What's his website address?
The website from Sven is rudog.au.
Rudog.au. Okay, thank you for that. We just got him on camera at the moment. And I'm going to try to butter him up and get a bit of a discount. Not too much of a discount because we had all these discussions the other day that we want model shops to make money. But yeah, everybody wants a bit of a discount. It's just on how much. How's it going then, Paul?
Okay, so far, okay. They've got the idea of what we want, and
it looks good.
We can give them their full 5 minutes, and every one of them.
Yeah, I think that is with a relaxed program. With, it's not no problem at all.
It means a few minutes more on the round. It's
Yeah.
okay, we're fine. It means that they all have the same time to get their 2 laps in to give them the best chance for the reseat. So
exactly.
It's fair then.
Perfect.
Like I said earlier, recognised it in 2-wheel drive that we didn't clock it.
Yeah.
Long lap, timing loop 3/4 way around the lap.
Exactly.
Never seen it before, in fact. Never seen it before.
No? But I bet you next time you'll be prepared for it, won't
Oh,
you?
it's already in the notebook.
Exactly. Right, cheers for that, Paul. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look in the chat room, see what's going on. Uri hoodie, please. Okay, that's no problem at all. Car number 2, please. So, Nigel W. saying rudog.eu. Thank you very much for that. We are following the boss of X-Ray, Uri hoodie. There's 2 minutes left. We'll try to get Nick Child in after this. Well, try. He will be coming in. Let's have a look at some lap times then. Oh, you are joking. All right, okay, yeah. Well, we don't have fastest lap time on our computer screen now. We have the 2 lap time. And Sven Rudeg is on a 109.070, so he at the moment is the fastest seating driver in this heat. Yeah, boss is on top. He just laughs, yeah. I bet you're going faster than him, aren't you? No, he's going to ignore me. Are you going faster than Rick? You don't
think so.
You don't think so?
The car is good, but too many mistakes.
Yeah. It's a tough track, isn't it? Are you having fun?
The big table is very, very difficult.
You having fun?
Yes.
Good. Yep, saying very difficult on the big tabletop. Let's have a look in what's going on and say, can we watch Alex Springer crash? Well, if you look back, there's quite a bit of that of him. If we can switch to the 3 car, please. So SJW. Nigel W says, what is the tire / insert situation for 4-wheel drive now? I don't know. I think they've just gone with what came in the packs. Let's ask Paul Worsley. Paul, just quickly, they're asking about what's the insert situation with the 4-wheel drive tires.
It seems to be working absolutely fine. That all the horrible things that were going around the pits on Sunday, that it would be completely impossible to drive on these tires and inserts, and this is a complete cock-up, and what are we going to do? The 4-wheel drive cars will be even worse than the 2-wheel drive cars. They'll be rotating in circles on every corner, and not a word has been said today.
Right.
Not a word.
So this is a typical, perfect example of people who complain straight away, it's going to be wrong, can't do it, not going to work, and you've done nothing, and it's worked out fine.
It's worked out fine.
So
it's exactly the same in 2-wheel drive.
I mean,
all Sunday it was, we can't drive, drive.
Don't get me wrong, it's good that you raise awareness to something like this, so you can pay attention to it, but just with less of the nagging.
Yeah, from my point of view as an organiser, the biggest problem was that we arrived here finding we've got something that we didn't know about.
Yeah, it's unexpected.
And I've got 100+ people here saying, what are we going to do about it?
Yeah.
And I mean, there was even some of them saying, well, we can't drive on these tyres, so maybe we should cancel.
Yeah.
And I gave them the choice, well, we can sit here for 6 days and drink beer, or we can go racing. And I assured them that once they got their head around it, we would find solutions, or they would find solutions. As it turned out, we didn't need to find a solution.
Perfect.
Because the inserts have actually performed, in most people's opinion, slightly better than what they were expecting from the original inserts.
There you go. Thank you very much, Paul. All of that is put to bed. And Nick Child is walking back to the pit, so hopefully he's going to put his car down and then wander on in. And Chris from Ronan RC say, you're looking quite conservative. Yes. Yeah, I think he's driving really good. Let me just poke my head out the door. Be right back. Can we put that headset in for Nick, please? You'll like Nick. Thank you, Paul. Yep, Nick is on his way in. Up next, we've got heat number 3. Well, I suppose it would be rude if we didn't give coverage time to the 2 self-proclaimed heroes of the Euros. So let's start off with the number 9 car of Joseph Cockhill. And according to the computer, he's the last car to leave. He took my chair. Okay, I just got a guess. Excuse me. Your chair. Have a seat, Nick.
Wow, DC.
We're just getting all our cables thrown up.
It's nice and cozy in here, isn't it?
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nick Child, welcome to the Race Control Studio. How you doing?
Very well, yeah. Great to be here.
And what do you think of everything?
Fantastic venue, fantastic. I mean, the track is lovely.
Yep.
Just finding it a bit hard with the grip for me, as I'm a bit of a throttle jammer, as they say.
Oh, yeah. Never knew that.
But no, the facility is fantastic, isn't it? I mean, they've laid on fantastic track facilities, food, drink, and everything else.
And how is the results going?
Tool drive I was pleased with.
Yeah.
Good. Today I'm struggling a little bit with a bit of grip in the track, but the car's behaving itself.
Yeah, and you're getting a lot of help from Trish?
Yeah, Trish is helping us out. I mean, that's why he's here. He's been helping out, and Nicholas, setting up the cars.
Yeah.
Which is what it's all about.
I tried to get Nicholas to come in, but he was too shy.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, he's a little bit shy, I suppose. But,
bit shy.
He roped me up. He roped me in instead, I suppose.
Yeah. So let's just talk about your off-track antics. And for the first couple of nights, you were didn't go out and have any alcohol at all.
No, not for the first 2 nights.
Wow.
Last 2 nights, though, I have been out. So,
have you?
Yeah.
Has it been a good sesh?
Yeah. I mean, yesterday I won my final, which was fantastic. So
yeah, you did. We got pictures, didn't we?
So yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I celebrated with some beers.
Yeah.
In fact, I had 12 litres here.
12 litres at the track.
Or 12 bottles, I say.
12 bottles.
Which is the big bottles, but no, they were good.
Yeah.
So I slept well, put it that way.
And then you went out, and then you went out.
Then went out, yeah. So they were starters, yeah.
Nice.
But no, it's fantastic.
So what sort of lap times are you doing today, then, Nick?
At the moment, I'm doing about 38.
Yeah.
Which is about 4 to 5 seconds off the top boys, which is not too bad, but
more like 7.
7, is it?
They're doing 31s.
Look, right, 7 seconds off then. Okay. You depressed me now.
Well, I just want to be accurate.
Yeah, no. Nicholas is doing well. I think he's in the 36s, 35. So
who's that?
Nicholas.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing well.
I was surprised actually because this year at the National Series, Alex Springer's been driving very well, and I believe he's beaten Nicholas most of the time.
Yeah.
Nicholas had been going pretty fast this year. It just doesn't seem to be getting hooked up at the Nationals, and then come here and he's just driving right around that.
Yeah, doing very well. Yeah, I think the track suits him.
Yeah.
Because it's low grip out there. Well, I think it's low grip. The main reason why is because I don't stay on the racing line.
Yeah. Let me just give him someone else to follow. Can you do the 8 car of Martin Owen, please?
So
sorry, I forgot. I got to do that from time to time. We got to change. We want to show 2 or 3 cars every 5 minutes.
No worries. No, so that was So it's the grip is there if you stay on the racing line.
Yeah.
It's when you go off it, which I tend to do quite often, which doesn't
help.
help.
My racing line is anything between the pipes.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just doing my best and going round as. But I actually think I'm trying too hard. I'm actually, if I slow down a bit, keep the car under control a bit better, I think my lap time should come down.
Because for us, British drivers who are not so used to the dirt and have gone on and on and on about it, the track is like 4 or 5 meters wide, isn't it?
Yep.
How big's the racing line?
Oh, what, really? About 3 foot, 4 foot, if you're lucky.
So a meter, meter and a half.
Is clean track, yeah. And you've got to stay on it, to be honest.
That's all right. So that makes it even harder for us people who are throttle jammers and our racing line is anything between the pipes.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just do what I can. But I think slowing down will help me a little bit, I think.
So do you have it in you to do it for the last practice of the day?
Yeah, new set of tyres going on, brand new set, just to get them scrubbed down for tomorrow.
Yeah.
For control practice. And I've got another 3-4 sets to go for the qualifying.
And have you scrubbed them all in?
No, not yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Well, almost. With the qualifying, you know what I mean? They're out of the pack, they're pretty good anyway, aren't they?
Right. Okay.
They're out of the pack, you can put them on and away you go. So
I see.
But you can only get 2 runs out of a set anyway.
Yeah, they were saying that some people are doing 3 and 4 sets, or 3 and 4 runs, but the most people have said they're better on their second run.
Second run, yeah, I agree. But the fronts aren't worried down too much. It's my rears are going. After 2 runs, they're almost bald.
So can you just whack new rears on and leave the fronts on?
Yeah, that's what I've done for a couple of practices, and they've been all right.
Yeah.
Steering's fine. Not struggling with understeer or anything. It's just staying on the racing line would help.
Yeah. It's easy. Just stay on the racing line.
Exactly. But say I am going to slow down for the last round just to and try and keep. I think the consistency as well is to do 7-8 nice laps.
Yeah.
Not crash, because once you crash, it just sort of like throws you off a little bit. But you say it is a demanding track out there.
It is, yeah.
It is demanding. I mean, we don't do these jumps, we don't see in England at all, do we?
No.
I mean, we get tabletops and whatever, but
exactly. And what do you think about our setup here in?
It's fantastic. Yeah,
race control center.
DC Central. This is.
Yeah, it's all right, eh?
Nice. Like the colour.
Yeah.
The monitors. Yeah, it's nice.
Have you seen all the pictures of what the track used to look like?
I haven't actually. Yeah, some great pictures on the wall. So, but everything's fine. It's quite hot today, so that's.
And what's the plan for tonight?
Gonna go out and have a few beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just chill out. Yeah, it's nice to go out and have a few. I don't think I'm gonna go over the top because. Well, saying that, I probably will. you know, if you're going to go out and do it properly, go out and do it properly.
Yeah, I mean, and over the top means
OTT. Yeah.
Yeah. It means like 20 litres.
Yeah, go out and do it properly. Yeah, there's no point in going out and having 3 or 4, is it? You've got to go and have a couple of gallons, isn't it?
And we're not exaggerating, are we?
No, a couple of gallons is enough. Yeah.
Yep.
The old. So everyone at home calls me an LPU, which is a large, powerful unit.
Right. Yeah.
Which is.
I mean, I consider myself a semi-professional drinker. You're probably a professional drinker.
No, not really. No, I used to be.
I don't mean alcoholic.
No, but I mean
alcoholic is a disease.
Yeah. It's getting up in the morning and having a
absolutely.
drink. No.
Right. I've actually spoken to a lot of people about that, about myself and also you, and they go, "Oh, you're an alcoholic." No, I've seen alcoholics before, and I feel sorry for them because they have to wake up and put alcohol inside of them.
Yeah.
We like a drink, and you know when to say when. If you get up in the morning and you feel like you have to have a drink, then you stop drinking, don't you?
That's it. That's when you have a problem. Say I go out twice a week. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, I might have 30, 40 pints.
Come here, Nicholas.
But that is good. It's fantastic. No, I'd say it's lovely weather here today, and everyone's putting on a great show.
Perfect.
Lee done well yesterday, winning the 2-wheel drive.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
Awesome.
Well, I've just managed to rope your boy in the door.
Yeah, Nicholas is standing here.
And let's get Nicholas to sit down and say, just pan over here, please, Harry. This is the boy. Yeah. There's me. So have a sit down, Nicholas. Thank you very much, Nick. We'll come see you in the pits, or we'll get you back in.
It's been great talking to you, DC.
And great to have you in here. I really appreciate it.
Nicholas, just hold on.
Just look at that. Look at Nick walk out the door. He's already like I said, he's a large unit. And we got Nicholas. All right, thank you very much. Back on the track, please. If you could follow Paul Crompton, please, in the one car. Nicholas Child, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing good, yeah.
How's this week going for you?
Two drive was good. once qualifying started, it was better.
Yeah.
Finals were good. Four drives going well. Trisha's been giving me a lot of help with setup.
Good.
Unfortunately, the car stopped in the seeded practice. After
What, that one just now?
Yeah. It got slow, and then about 2 corners later, just before the crossover, it died.
Do you know what it is?
I had a quick look. I was expecting to see a broken belt or something, but nothing.
Oh dear.
So it may be something electronic.
And what's your quickest lap time of the day?
35.6.
That's really good.
That was in practice 5.
And I was talking to your dad about this, saying that this year Alex Springer's been driving really good at Nationals, hasn't he? And I think the last couple of years you've been quicker than him on the track, but he's going quicker than you this year at our National Series in general. And watching you today, you just drove around him like he was, you know, like a newbie.
Yeah, my four-drive is set up. Me and Trish has been helping me today. The car is really good. I've done one more setup change in that one. The one lap I done was really, really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to four-drive.
Excellent. And where did you finish in two-wheel drive?
Qualified 72nd, and I finished, I think, 74th.
Okay. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, it's all right, yeah. I'll be looking for a bit higher today in four-drive.
Cool. All right, then, mate. Well, we don't want to keep you too long. I know you got to get back and work on your car, but thank you very much for popping in and seeing us.
Cheers. Thank you.
See you later, Nicholas. Nicholas Child. He didn't want to come in and talk to us, but it was okay, Nicholas, wasn't it? Nicholas? It was all right, wasn't it? Cool. Yeah, we're not into embarrassing people that don't mind it. Let's say it that way. You know, Nicholas didn't really want to come in and chat. Oh, we got a request. Car number 9, please. Thank you for your request. Please just whack them on there. Whack them on our chat room. And, Carlos. And we're happy to try to help out. And Roadhog says, that sounds like LVC. But I doubt something so simple at this level. What's LVC? I don't know. Oh, I suppose I'm talking to myself because no one else has a mic. And Polk, hang on 1 second, people.
So there was nominated to go and hold on for the back of the interest. So by them changing the interest, without telling me, or anybody else for that matter, none of the citizens know, they broke the contract here as well. Oh dear. Well, I won't talk about that. They just got, I think, I've been talking to Jason Darley for the early part of the week, you know, he feels up and talking about it, because he's deciding one. I had to organise that with him because they're carrying it, because they're doing nothing. They say it's a running change that they did 3 months ago. And all off-road cars got this offer interest and they're on.
Okay, thank you for Paul. Just clarifying some things about the tires, and I can assure you that Mr. Worsley will be addressing what's happened with the tires. Okay, well, let's see. What are we looking at? Oh, right, low voltage cutoff. Oh, okay, yes. It might be. Thank you for clarifying that. I suppose I should know that. Someone's getting a cheer. We've got a broken car out there. Talbot saying Crompton is on a mission. He is indeed. His 2-lap time is 105.5. Well, have a look out the window and see if there's anyone I can grab walking by to have a chat to. Always interesting just to grab someone walking around, you know. Lots of hand signals and people flopping away. Maybe I'll get the French team manager here. Hold that for me.
Yeah.
Talk into it.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Tell everyone who you are.
Sorry?
Tell everyone your name.
Christophe Jadot.
And you are the French?
France team manager.
And how's it going for your team?
Fine. We had a good race in two-wheel drive, with Renault on the podium in third position. It was a very nice race for him and for us. So I hope it will be like this in four-wheel drive.
Yeah. Good. And who's looking hot in the four-wheel drives for you?
Who will be the best?
Yeah.
Renault, I think, will be very fast. Perhaps also Jean-Pierre Sartal.
Yeah.
And I think it will be there will be the two fastest of the team for four-wheel drive. But it's too soon.
Right.
To say.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking
You're
to
welcome.
us.
It was a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. What a nice guy. He's right in the middle of doing his team manager duties, and I pop out the window. Oh, let's find someone to follow. Let's do number 5, Tommy Hall, and we'll do Tommy because that was that cool little young lad that came over, brimming with confidence, and it was unshakable, really. Falls on his head. We only have the 2 microphones here. One's connected to my head, and the other one is just on a cable, so we can pass it around to anyone walking around and try to let you people out there hear from everybody. And if you know somebody that wants to talk to us, have them come over and talk to us. Send them a text message. Maybe you got a dad or a brother or an uncle or a family friend or a racing buddy that you know is here. And it's no problem if they don't speak English. They can come over and speak to you in their own language. I'm good at hand signals and all that sort of stuff. So we're following Tommy Hall at the moment. And I'm going to try not to be prejudiced with who we try to follow. So let's follow the 2 car of Martin Lindner. He is an Austrian driver. And again, it's the nature of the beast for people like me who I live in England, I race in England, and I know a lot of English drivers, and a lot of people that I know. It's easy just to say, "Ooh, show them," but yes, we do show our friends a lot. But I'm trying to balance it out with showing other people as well. So, geez, isn't it good? Let's have a look at Tommy Hall versus Kev Lee. Tommy was saying. Didn't think he was going to be able to beat Kev. He beat him in 2-wheel drive. I mean, he's like, 2 foot tall, young lad. So we're following, what's his name again? Martin Lindner at the moment. And I think I will ask you with 2.5 minutes left to follow the 4 car now. Clement Boda. Or Clement? I don't know. And I think he's already picked them up. This is the French driver. Kev Lee's over again. So there is 2 minutes left now. And I'll let you follow this guy for the next 45 seconds. And then we'll switch to Yari Itavoria. Itaviori. I don't know how to say his name. It's hard. Auntie will be laughing at me right now saying, "Oh, can't pronounce her name." No, you are right. I cannot pronounce her names. Another 5 seconds or so, and then I would like you to follow the 9 car, please. I raced against Yari at the Plus 40 Worlds in Vasa. Well, I'm sure they're going to do it again next year. They wanted a year off. People are busy, and it's a lot of work. And hopefully we can get a large number of the elderly racers like myself out there to take part. So we're going to finish this one off with Yachty. See if anything's being said on there. Where's Kevley from? The UK, of course. And, yep, okay, I already did car 4. You got to tell me these things, Paul. People are asking to follow cars. It's only just happened. I'll tell you, Mark, it was a complete chance that I did. Just trying to be fair and follow different drivers other than the people I know. 10 seconds left now. This is the still free practice, round number 6, but it is a seeding practice. So your fastest 2 consecutive laps added together gives you a time. It'll be the quickest ones, I'm guessing, are going to be about maybe 1 minute and 2 seconds. What do you think? Is that going to be the quickest time for 2 laps? 1 minute and 2 seconds. I'm thinking someone like Bayer, you know, or Bruno, or maybe even Lee Martin can do 2 31-second laps. Yeah? You think so? There you go. What do you think the time's going to be?
Gonna be 1:32.89.
102.8. 1 minute and 2 seconds.
41.6.7.
Okay.
A couple maybe.
Hoopo maybe.
No, a couple of laps.
Oh, a couple of laps. I see. Okay,
4
cool. Are you racing?
Yeah.
How's it going for you?
Good, I think. So we are improving the car round by round.
And what's your name, please?
Carlos Pineda.
Oh, Carlos, you're very fast.
Yeah.
How do you say your last name?
What?
How do you say your last name?
Pineda.
Pineda.
Yeah.
It's easy. All right. Thank you. Just
Yeah.
rolls
Better
off.
than Villalba.
Yeah. His name is Vil ABBA.
Vil ABBA.
You know, like that group ABBA. So, what's your quickest lap of the day then, Carlos?
32.5 or 0.6. I don't know.
And did you make the A final yesterday?
Yesterday, no. B main.
B main.
Yeah.
You were pretty close, weren't you?
No, yesterday, no. We did 10, so.
And you think you have a chance in 4-wheel drive?
What?
Do you have a chance in 4-wheel drive?
I don't know. I don't think so, but we will try it.
Perfect. Thank you very much for talking to us. Okay, let's have a look at. Let's follow somebody. In fact, we're going to follow Villalba. And simply because.
You got that spot on, haven't you?
Thank you, I have. Simply because he is the car that's going to go off first. Is that Villalba? Villalba. It's easy when you know how. Okay, we're going to follow Zacharias V. Nelson. How's that? Easy. So easier for me to say. We'll follow him around for just a little bit. And then, let me think. I want to pick a few cars that I wouldn't pick first, you know, so people I don't know who they are. So we're following Zach over the big triple. Ooh, that car nearly hit him when they crashed off of there. And it's a bit of a struggle for some cars on the first lap through the triple. Sorry, I'm just looking at, there's trouble for Wilhelm's car. It looks like his motor has moved so badly. Maybe it was a stone caught in there or something. Well, he's putting the shell back on, so he's going to keep going again. Can we please follow the, it's just moved, the 4 car of Marcel Schneider from Germany.
We've had a request for car 2 as well.
Okay, thank you for that. We will do that in about 45 seconds. I don't want to get our cameraman to do the work to find a car and then tell them to change 5 seconds later. That's not fair. We try to be fair. Notice the words, try. We're not always fair. Remember, Murray Walker, imperfect. And it is going to be Patrick Hoffer in the 2 car now, please. Oh, that's a big gust of wind. You heard Tristram say earlier, big gust of wind came in and flew up like a dust bowl. It actually feels quite nice, doesn't it, Paul? Nodding his head. Yes?
Yeah, nice breeze here.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with the Marshall in front of our second camera.
All right.
I mean, it's not as though it's minute, is it? I mean, you can see it there. And he's...
Yeah.
Look at that. Get out the way.
Yeah, I was just trying to think.
Get out the way.
Oh. Well, I could wave my arms at him. He's so busy studying the track that he's just going to stand right in the way. Any other request over there, Paul?
No, all good at the minute.
Okay, can we switch to the 7 car, please, of Bartek? The young Polish driver. Now, there's no way of getting his attention from inside this window. Here comes Alex Springer. Hello? What do you mean, what was I after?
You called me.
When?
Well, before I went out,
Hold this.
about 20 minutes ago.
I was going to have a quick talk to you.
Oh, I was going up on the rostrum.
Well, you could spare 5 seconds.
To do that thing that I laughingly call racing.
Well, someone did ask, can we please follow Alec crashing?
What, again?
Yeah. Was it
always a kiss of death.
Was it no better?
No, that was fine. It was good, actually. I've got a clicking gear, so I'll reshim that. So
all right.
That'll be fine now.
So you just had to reshim it, you didn't have to change?
Yeah, under braking, it was just clicking a bit, so that's all done.
Oh, cool. What was your times?
I believe 1:13.
Right.
I believe. I've been told that. So.
I believe as well. I'm sure it's a song. Ooh.
So
Bartek is out. Let's switch to the 5 car, please. And were you quicker than Martin? That's what everyone wants to know.
I believe he was 1:12.
Oh, dear.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I was faster than him, yes, and he ended up slightly higher on the grid, so hopefully we'll reverse that for tomorrow.
Ooh, that's nice, isn't it, Alex? So, any more changes to the car, or are you happy? This is Alex Springer.
New tyres on that one, so I imagine that the tyres are going to be better than the next run.
Yep.
We'll get a little bit more grip, so hopefully, fingers crossed, 2 good laps the next one, and we should crawl up the order a little bit. But of course, it only means you're seated slightly better in the heat, so it doesn't really matter for anything. It's a big track.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter where you go off on the grid, I don't think.
Not really.
There's no real problems. The problems here will be the banger racing in the final. Which, that's carnage.
Yes, I mean that happens in a lot of forms of racing.
Yeah, certainly happens here. So.
Why do you think it's here more than other places then?
No, I just think it seems prominent on these sort of surfaces.
Oh,
you know, it's harder to gauge, and when you get in a final situation, I mean, although in theory we're all supposed to be the same level.
Yeah.
I don't think there's the same driver etiquette.
No, that's true. And also, I was speaking to Nick Child, actually, came and sat down with me. And
Sober Nick?
Sorry?
Sober Nick?
Ish.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, he said he's going to drink 20 litres tonight.
Yeah, that's... he's going to hold off a bit, is he?
Yeah, it's light night. We're saying, like, the track is like 4 and 5 meters wide, but the racing line is just a meter and a bit.
Yeah, if you go off the grippy stuff, you're in problems. But it's a very good track. I mean, you'd love something like this in England, as long as it was covered in Astro. Of course.
Yeah. Oh, this would be amazing in Astro.
But, I mean, yeah, it would be an amazing track on a non-grippy, a nice grip Astro, preferably one with not loads of sand in it.
You don't like sand?
We love sand, don't we, Doug?
Yeah, well, I was going to get you started.
Yeah.
So you don't want Astro with sand?
No, you want something like Stockfold. Lovely Astro. I've not been to the new Southport yet, so I shall go there next week, next national. So I'm told that's nice.
I've heard it's very,
Grippy.
very high grip.
Yeah, I'm told it's reasonable grip, but no sand, which is we don't like sand.
No. And funny enough, when you were over there blowing your car off, cleaning all the dirt and junk off of it, I was just going to grab you for like 2 minutes, and then Joe walked in. So I asked Joe to go grab you, and I think he was a little bit disappointed that he wasn't able to sit down. And I think I have upset him because they're
Really?
neither of them have come in.
Well, I'm sure you'll live with that.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, I'm sure you'll find someone to annoy in the pits.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you can clearly tell that the tone is not as good without him.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's like a big cloud's come over the place now.
Yeah.
With
And what's the place like you guys are staying at?
it's a nice place, a villa up in the hills somewhere.
Mm.
Nice, big house. There's
I suppose
7 or 8 of us up there.
You're out for meals every night?
No, we haven't been. We've been barbecuing and I've been cooking a bit. And they're still all alive, amazingly.
Yeah? Is Martin cooked at all?
No. I don't think Martin's very domesticated.
Right.
He didn't think much of going around the shop when we had to get some food. I think he wanted to sit in the car.
Oh, bless him.
We did drag him around there, which was good.
But he is the life of the Euros.
Where he contributed a lot to the food by getting some cans of Monster.
Wow. So certainly Martin doesn't do any supermarket visits.
No, I don't think Sarah's got him very domesticated.
No.
That woman looks after him.
Yeah, he's lucky to have her.
He is very lucky to have anybody, to be fair.
I'll go along with that. So what's the spirit?
We don't mean it, mate.
No, we don't mean it much. What's the spirit like over in Team PR?
Yeah, very good. Team C.
No, Team PR.
Oh, you said Team C. I was going to say.
No, Team Spirit
right.
over in Team
It's
PR.
all right, my ears aren't
maybe,
very good.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
I think you did, but
I'm just trying to cover over
yeah,
it if I did.
The PR camp, always happy. Quite demented, some of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
But very happy. Four-wheel drive's going very well.
Ooh, hang on a second. Who should we follow? Let's follow the 3-car of Mark Reinhard. I keep forgetting I got to do that. It's like one of those things that I'm supposed to do that I don't, and then I get in trouble for not doing
Follow
it.
cars?
Yeah. Well, ask the cameraman to follow cars.
Okay.
Because he's up there. He can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Fair enough.
If we could hear him, he would have said, Dave, who do you want me to follow? And we're going, oh, Harry, yeah.
Let's find Mark Reinhard then. Is he just going over that double there?
He is?
Coming on to the straight now, yep.
Yep. So is it a lot easier at the end of the straight?
Brilliant at the end of the straight. Yeah, if two-wheel drives did that, it would be so much easier.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Mark's 2-lap time, 1:07.
What's he mucking around at?
Exactly. He's a world champion, multi-world champion. Yeah. Anything else going on in the chat room there, Paul? Any cars following?
Nothing?
No? Nothing?
No, nothing at all.
Let's
Car 7.
Okay. Alec picked it. Car 7 now, please.
Where is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Say they're trying to save on numbers by having only one on the front of the car.
Yeah, they're obviously a bit skint, but
which means if you don't know the colors of the shell, you don't get much opportunity to see. And then half the time I can't even see him right in front of me because this pit lane is in the way. But isn't this fun, Alec?
It's hot out on Marshall Point 6, I can tell you that.
Is it? Oh. What about the other Marshall points?
I don't care, I'm not on those.
All right.
I swapped with Nicholas Child lovingly because he wanted me to.
Why?
Because he said he doesn't sit down on these things very well, he can't get up very well, so I was good to him and said I'll swap. I was on point 3. Would have done nothing all day, look over there.
Yeah.
But, I've been running around like a demented demon. And I'm 54, you know.
Are you? I did not know that.
No.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, you don't make it look as old as it really is.
Some of these marshals here could run a little bit faster.
Oof.
There we go.
Oh, car 5, please. And
Car
speak
5,
of the devil, look who's come in.
Oh, well, here he is. Would you like me to hand you back to superstar Joe Cockhill?
Yes, please.
Live on RCTV.
Hi.
Hi. Is your head up the right way? I can't tell. You've got more head on your beard than you have on your head. Yeah, more hair. Just turn the other way up. Just for a second. Oh, no difference. Brilliant. Do you need the mic or can you do it from there? Put on the headset. We can read Joe 90 then.
Cheers, Alec.
Bye, Dave.
See you later, mate. Right, we're going to switch over to Joe Cockhill. Without him, the Euros would be boring.
No, that's not what we said.
Don't worry, mate. I haven't talked about it. I mean, I think I've said it just under 100 times.
Well, we still love you, Dave.
Of course you will.
But we went round and enjoyed ourselves last night.
Where? What did you do?
Walked round the pits.
Oh, right. No, I thought you meant you went out.
No. Not with John and Paul.
Why?
Because they're old.
Oh. John and Paul Worsley.
Well, obviously not John Worsley, but, you know, John Cockhill.
Your dad?
Yeah.
So you're embarrassed to hang out with your dad?
No, I just wanted to stay in bed and have some sleep, but he kept phoning me, telling me to get in the car and go out for dinner.
So did you go out for dinner with him?
Yeah, eventually.
Where'd you go?
Right, well, we went to try and find something quite nice, but we ended up at McDonald's again.
In where? McDonald's?
Yeah.
Worsley ate McDonald's.
He did 2 nights in a row.
Wow.
He really enjoyed himself.
What does Worsley eat when he goes to McDonald's?
Well, the first night he had, obviously we don't get this back home, but obviously we get a quarter pounder of cheese, but it was a deluxe.
Right.
And it had like I think it had like mozzarella in it and lettuce and tomatoes. But he didn't enjoy that.
He didn't?
No.
And I'm sure he let everyone know?
No, he just told me when we went last night, he said, I want something more meaty and more bigger.
Right.
Well.
There's one.
So I set him. I used my knowledge of a McDonald's menu and set him on his way.
And what did he have the second time?
He had a Big Mac.
All right.
Which I think is false advertisement in the name, really.
Yeah.
Because it's actually what I would class as a child's small Mac, I guess.
Well, you know, there is this thing. It's been the same price for 5 years.
Well, it's about £5 or something.
Yeah, but I mean, the price doesn't go up. The size just goes down.
Yeah, it never looks like that board above your head either. It just comes out worse.
No, it doesn't.
It's all smushed and...
Anyways, up next we got the second top heat. And, Joe, I'll let you pick the first car to follow.
I'm going to probably say car 2.
Okay.
Because it's Bruno.
I think that's a good choice. We followed him earlier. If you have any requests out there, whack them on the old chat room. And Joe's having a look. You got anything you want to say to Joe? Just put it in the chat room. I'm got me head out the window, as I do most of the time, as I like to check the cars. And Bent is making a very last-minute adjustment to Marlin's car.
Felix, you'll have to text him. I can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. I've tried.
Now the rules are that you need to say the name and then read the question.
Felix Rigby. He's asked me to have a word with my teammate about his moaning.
Which teammate would that be?
Marius.
Okay.
DC, you've been asked by Kai to check your messages.
All right. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I keep the data off.
Yeah, he turns his data off, Kai, because he's cheap.
Well, no, actually. Well, yeah, I'm cheap, but I turn them off because I want to focus like solely on events going on here.
To start this heat off, we're going to follow car 2, everybody. I fully understand you've asked now, but we've already chosen the car for now. Maybe 2 minutes in, Harry can swap over to car 6.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Kai said to me, C-Cup have to change name to Jose.
Everybody's been calling me Jose.
Right, I have a message from Matthew John Guppy, says, give BBT a shout and I will share the YouTube vid. Oh, what's this? Bribery.
All big up to the big blue tent.
We were going to go on there last night, but we got back to where we're staying and the internet was down, so I rang Martin and said, please call them. I didn't have their number. And then the internet came back on, started downloading Skype, and an hour later it hadn't finished downloading.
Well, I got a message from Aidan Burke about about 20 minutes after he said he couldn't get hold of you, asking me, but I had to FaceTime the girlfriend, so I was prior engagements, I'm afraid. But
maybe Paul can answer that one from Stefan Svensson. Just a timing issue. You're welcome to read it if you want, Paul. Nothing. Or Joe.
Hello, Joseph Halson. How are you? Why haven't you arrived in Italy? Felix, I've tried many a times as well. Mr. Evdoka, car was okay until I pulled a shock screw out. These things happen, I'm afraid. But no, car was really good. Happy.
Excellent. And who are we following now?
I believe.
Are we still following Bruno?
No, we are following car.
Did you say car 6, was it?
I did say car 6, yeah. Ooh.
Okay, well, as she's ever so popular, we could follow the 3 car of Malin. We'll pick on our youngsters. So. Yeah, well, message him for me. I don't know, just deal with it. I want to watch the fast guys. Jeez.
Currently following Marlon Carson, running second in the heat,
Yes.
behind Bruno, teammate, Team X-Ray.
103 for Bruno and a 104 for Marlon.
It's looking pretty good.
Give it another 15 seconds or so, and we're going to choose one of our other young drivers. So if you could start looking for the 1 car, please, of Daniel Kobovic. I see him coming off of the steps now.
Also, I'd like to make a shout out to Chalky Milk, if they're actually watching this morning, or this afternoon, should I say, now.
Let's have a look at what Daniel's 2-lap time is. 106.8.
Dave Poulter, I love being on the mic. However, I'm not a fan of these flies in this little room.
I was explaining to the people earlier, it's something special in here. Might have to go for a 5-minute blackout in between the rounds of practice, and I will do some termination of splies. 1:45 left. We're following Daniel Kobovic at the moment. Not having a great run with a 106, and Bruno's on a 102.8 over 2 laps.
They've asked for car 5 of Max Mort.
Okay, car number 5, please.
I'll try and help you out a bit, Harry. I know his car, but I can't see it. Just going towards the back right bank corner.
He's already on it.
Oh, okay. Good job. See, I'm looking for the car outside the window, not on the screen here.
Exactly. Well, normally I found last week and this week also, by the time I call the number and then I start looking, he's already there. So
Harry is on a mission.
I stopped trying to find the cars for him. Or what I do is I have a look out the window, and if I can see it clearly in my first vision as I look out the window, then I tell him.
Dave Poulter, I love getting cozy with DC. Everybody loves it.
Exactly.
Everybody just loves DC.
Oh, thanks, everybody. Big hug. Nah, it's been a bit silly. The truth is, this is easy, Joe, isn't it? You come along and you just talk about what you see.
Yes.
You know, people say, oh, you guys look like you're having so much fun. Yes, we are. We are having fun.
What more could you ask for? The sun is out. We're enjoying some exquisite word of the week, I think. Word of the day, maybe. Exquisite.
Yeah?
Exquisite.
It's definitely Del Scorchio outside.
It's definitely El Scorchio. Some exquisite racing.
Thank you very much, Paul. So Paul's dealing with some messages.
Yeah, me too.
Are you?
Yeah, girlfriend's just got home from work.
Yeah. What's his name?
Dave.
Yeah, perfect.
Strangely enough, Dave.
Exactly. Believe it or not, there is more than one Dave in the world.
There is indeed.
Right. As soon as I'm armed to dispatch some of these flies, they fly away. Okay. Well, we're going to focus on this top heat correctly, Joe.
Of course.
And then what I'll probably do is I'll pop outside and try to grab somebody. because I think our time is starting to run out of getting people in here, and I was hoping to get Ben Carlson in and Bruno Coelho in. Here comes Bruno now, walking past, getting his car. But he doesn't really have time to talk at the moment because he's going to go out and marshal.
This is the guy you want, really.
Yeah, well, we will go talk to Shinadachi at some point, probably tomorrow. He is a little bit busy. I did put the microphone out the window on the last one and asked him how it was, and he said a rude word.
I mean, to be fair, I've been pretty tame. To be fair, I've been very careful. So
we have to be.
Wow, yeah.
I slipped up once yesterday.
Just the once.
Just the once.
Paul, was this true? Just the once. Paul's nodding.
And I work on a building site, so they're effing and jeffing all day long, and I managed to. Well, I suppose it's easy that it's like this is your persona when you're talking on the microphone, that you just switch into the non-swearing mode, the non-toilet potty mouth. Right, well, they're coming around to the line. Let's start out with Martin Bayer. How's that?
Nah, you've surely got to start one of the Brits.
No, we're going to start with Martin Bayer.
You're going to cause uproar in the chat here, Dave.
That's fine. That just shows more interaction.
This is true.
And to be fair, Joe, twice already we've started with Lee Martin.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that in the pits.
Exactly. But you lovely viewers out there will know that we're trying to give a variety of different vehicles. And also I'm picking Martin because he has been looking the quickest. And making a mistake there.
Just as you said it.
Hey, commentator's curse
No
in
way.
full effect. But it was William White and Poulter. And there you go. Upside down. Paul would have been, and he's broken. Bayer is out. And,
oh, no, maybe he's just waiting.
Okay.
Getting his marbles back in his
Well,
bag.
you don't know. I mean, you see some drivers do that. Obviously, it's that lap was blown already, so maybe he was making an adjustment on his handset or waiting for a bit of clear track space. But we'll stick with him for another 30 seconds or so.
David Poulter. It's not really my...
You got to read the question, Joe.
Oh, sorry. I'll remember. Because they were all aimed at me, so it's kind of like...
Yes, I know, but
David Poulter. Joe, you need to do some commentary at the Southport National. No, I do not.
There you go. The public have spoken. Joe Cockhill making his announcement here. He's going to do commentating at Southport.
I'd love to, but my voice probably sounds like a complete shambles.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, I can't read the timing screen properly sometimes.
Well, there's one way to learn.
Throw me in the deep end at a national.
Yeah. Okay, can we follow the one car now of Lee Martin because he's right near the front. In fact, he is at the front at 104, but we did see Bruno do a 102 over 2 laps.
We have been asked to follow Mr. Michael Alowski.
Okay, we'll do that next.
Car 3.
We stick with the 1 here for 35 seconds or so, and he's just made a mistake, so that lap is blown.
Every time you talk to someone, they break or crash.
As good as I got the power. Let's please switch to Michael Orlowski. He's heading towards the top corner now. And right towards our Jeep jump. And over the big triple. And Lee Martin still on 104.0. He had made a mistake on that last lap, so that'll be any opportunity of 2-lap pace screwed up. Neil just came over and did a 104, but having a crash right on the line.
See, I feel a little bit better about my run because by looking at your screen you've got there, I actually went faster than Martin Bayer.
Did you?
I'm still going faster than Martin Bayer.
You did better than a 112.
I did a 111.
There you go. You got to remember that lap that's being counted could have been the lap he sat there parked, though.
Replay of Michael Lowski.
Describe it.
He jumped over the bridge and got it horrendously wrong, and he almost ended up hitting the start flag.
And there you go, then. Let's follow the 8 car now of David Angaro, who is sitting on the top with a 103.3. Remember, Bruno did a 102. Has done, even.
Dave Poulter, I'm sure DC may help me at the Southport National, but then again, is he going to get paid for looking after me?
Oh, I'll spend 5 minutes and show you the ropes.
Dave, it's going to take more than 5 minutes, I think, pal.
Nah, it's a simple timing system, Joe. You're making yourself look silly now. You just look and go, look, that's how I did. Look, it's like this. David Angaro has just done a 103.0. That is not hard, Joe.
Yeah, but it's the splits and everything that come up on the slide. 0.001 and 0.1.
Yeah, but look, the gap, it shows you there.
What's that, 19?
That's how many seconds they are off of his 5-minute run.
19.
Yeah, so it just depends on where they've started. Maybe they stopped. Maybe they cut the track. Maybe they came to the pits for a moment. I mean, there's a big split. For some reason, Ungaro is on a 7 laps already, so we're into the last minute.
He's doing a 102 similar to Bruno.
Let's follow the 5 car, please, of Neil Craig. But, of course, this gap at the moment, Joe, is meaningless because we are looking at this here.
And we also only need 2 laps.
Correct. So I'm hoping Bruno's going to come in when he's done marshalling.
You hope.
Well, I mean, I pre-spoke to him and asked him very nicely. And then he
did
said,
you say pre-spoke German?
Pre-spoke to him.
Oh, he said pre-spoke German.
And he said if he didn't come in, to remind him. And I caught him just as he was going out, and we did the universal hand signal of in a minute. Or like after I marshal. So David Ngaro on a 102.7, Bayer 102.8, Lee Martin 102.9, Hoople 103.6, Craig 104.1.
Oh, maybe I'm not going faster than Mike Bayer anymore.
No.
It's a whole 10 seconds ahead of me.
Just the 10. Okay, they're into finishing times now. Happy with that, Michael? Okay.
Right, I'm going to leave you all to it, and then Dave's going to have a word with superstar Bruno Coelho.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you coming in and
Very
chatting
welcome,
to
Dave.
us and taking the abuse of saying that you think you are the life of the Euros.
Now, me and Martin Owen are.
In your mind.
Bye, everyone.
See you later. Is that good, Trish? All right. It's good? No. Mr. Hattinen saying nah. No. 105 for Una Hattinen. Una Hattinen. Una Hattinen. Let's stick out the window. And hopefully he looks over this way. Bruno. No. Well, I'm caught up in a load of cables. Let me untangle myself and try to catch Bruno as he's walking past to his pits. Oh, he's on the... Now you tell me, Paul. No, that's fine. No, because I'm sure he's going to want to work on his car. I'm stringing everything across the studio. And I'm at the end. Wait. Let's do a twirl. And wait for Bruno. Ooh, I got to twirl back. I need longer cables to do this. There's no way he got past me that quick, is there? He didn't, did he? Oh, yeah. I don't think so. I'm trying to see where he sits, but I'm tethered. And I can just, there, Bruno. I have a quick word with Bruno Coelho. If you could hold the microphone, please. There you go. That way. How's it going for you, Bruno? And thank you for joining us, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, me. So, yeah, it's going much better than two-wheel drive, as I expect. So,
yeah.
If it was opposite, something is wrong.
Okay, and what's your time for today? Did you see that?
The time?
Yeah, your 2-lap time.
I finished, so the lap time, my best lap time until now is 31.2.
Yeah.
But now I made the second result, so I'm behind the Ongaro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's looking very good. The car is very easy to drive.
Yeah.
So I just try to not make mistakes now, to drive 5 minutes without any mistake. And yeah, I did it. So yeah, I will try to make one more today for tomorrow be ready for the qualifiers.
And do you think you can keep that sort of pace for 5 minutes?
Yeah, for sure. I will slow down for sure a little bit.
Yeah.
As yeah, this track is super difficult. Looks big, but and quite easy, but it's not that easy. So yeah, I'll try to just drive, not make mistakes, because for sure many people will make mistakes, and I don't want to be one of them.
Okay. And do you have any more ideas on setup change, or are you settled?
No, actually, we keep the same setup for a long time. Just try to drive. Okay, small details like one shim here, one shim there. Just try to find something better. Actually, we didn't find nothing better than this until now. So yeah, but the car is working very well. I mean, this track is. I think it depends a lot of the driver and not only the real of the car, because you have many jumps that you can make it very well and you can have 2-3 tenths less than the other, but in the other moment you can lose everything.
And there's some very spectacular jumps. Do you like the track?
Yeah, I really like the track. It's very challenged. It's fast at the same time, so yeah, I really enjoy it.
And are you happy with the whole event as a whole, everything they've done here?
Yeah, I think until now everything is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm getting fat, so it is good to see now.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you for you guys.
Bruno Coelho, current four-wheel drive world champion. There you go. See, we get all the movers and the shakers in here, don't we, Paul? Just leave it there. Leave it there. Let's have a look, see what people are saying. And Nathan Rawls, hi all, great job by DC and Joe. Thank you very much, Nathan. And T, saying DC is Southport, same grip as the last race we had. No, it is not, Auntie. I'm being told it is high grip, very high grip. And Stefan, the Una Hatanen song says, Una Hatanen, Una Hatanen. Yeah, that's a great song. Stefan's clapping, Tara is laughing. Burton Young says, Lee looked better in that one. Yes, he did. Maybe we'll try to grab Shin at some stage. Ricardo says, Forza Ungaro. I'm guessing that means go or congratulations or good job or like Viva Longaro. Something like that. And if I don't know correctly, I just normally make it up. So yeah, let me just have a look out the window, see if there's anyone close by I can wangle in. Remember, I'm on a super short lead here. I can't really see much. Ah, maybe I can get David Ungaro to come in. Yeah, I see him right there. Excuse me for a moment while I raise my voice. David Ungaro. David. Oh, you turned it down. All right, turn it down. Come on. Okay. He didn't want to do it, but we got a translator. Perfect. So I'll let you have this, and you can ask him, is he happy with his run?
Sei contento della tua prova?
Sì, sono molto contento e rispetto alle due ruote motrici questa macchina mi piace molto di più e niente, questa prova libera che tenevano i 2 giri controllati è andata molto bene, la macchina la sta lavorando molto bene.
He said that he's very happy about his four-wheel drive, also about his run. He's very confident with his car. He prefers it instead of the two-wheel drive.
Yes.
And during this last round, the car was really fast and good.
Okay, fabulous. We're not done. Whoa, whoa. Ask him about his experience at NEO this year and, of course, taking the win.
Dici qualcosa della tua esperienza al NEO,
dove
hai ottenuto la vittoria.
Allora, il Neo è stata un'esperienza molto bella perché sinceramente non me l'aspettavo di poterla vincere perché da come era aperta la gara la macchina non è che era proprio perfetta, però lavorando con tutto il team siamo riusciti a portare al meglio e vincere la gara.
He said that the NEO was a really awesome race because he didn't thought he could won the race, but he worked a lot with the team and so he obtained an awesome result.
Well, he did, and congratulations to him for winning that, please. Just tell him congratulations for winning.
Congratulazioni per aver vinto la gara.
Sì, grazie mille.
Thank you very much.
And does he live around this area?
Vivi qui vicino?
No, abito a circa 4 ore da qui, quindi questa pista non è che l'abbia provata molto.
No, he lives about 4 hours from here, so he wasn't able to practice a lot in this track.
But he has raced here before.
Ma hai già corso qui prima?
Sì, siamo venuti a fare il warm-up appunto di questo europeo.
Yes, he did only the warm-up before the European Championship.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Grazie molto.
Grazie mille.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you for translating. There you go. See, we rope everyone into to give a bit of help. And yes, you may have seen us all flapping away at the flies. Let's go back to the chat room. And Stefan Svensson says, ask about wing setup. Ask who, Stefan? Oh, Julie is gone. Rich Young, who has TQ at the moment? Boss keeps asking me to work, which I think is a little harsh. Yeah, it can be harsh. And that was young David Angaro, who we were just speaking to. And it's not TQ that we're going for today. We're going for your fastest seeding time, which is 2 laps consecutive. And it is David Angaro at the moment. I believe Bruno Coelho is second. Rich Young, nice smiley face. Auntie says, gotta be Angaro wing setup. Yeah. Oh, right. Well, maybe next time, eh? Because it's not going to happen now. So I will, I'm going to go silent for a minute, and I'm going to pop outside and see if I can find someone else. Ooh, sweaty ears.
So out on the track, they're just starting round 7, final round today. Starting obviously with Heat 1 on track at the moment. And just to remind you, we are RC Racing TV, brought to you this week by Jeep. And of course, we'd also like to thank those wonderful people at EFRA for inviting us here to cover the 1/10th four-wheel drive off-road Euros.
I do. We'll get, no, gotta turn it up, Paul. There we go. We'll get Harry to turn it this way. I have gotten Shin Adachi. Shin, how are you?
That's pretty good. A little bit tired.
Why are you tired?
Already 4 days.
How's everything going for you and Lee today?
You know, this time we bring the new car,
right?
But still prototype. We need more experience, so it's make every time we try everything. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And congratulations, of course, for the victory yesterday, as you and Lee are a team. So I'm sure you're very happy.
Yeah, so happy. It's back-to-back European champion.
Yeah, I mean, Lee he was the best driver yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah, of course. He's very, stable,
yes.
And he's very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, many young guys very faster, but Lee is very strong.
Absolutely, absolutely correct. I don't know why I'm pushing this way. I got this one. And are you finished with your setup today? Or do you have to change the cars some more?
Yeah, of course. We need more quicker.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But in the two-wheel drive, Lee said he wasn't bothered about being the fastest seed. He was working all the time to make his car consistent for the races.
Yeah, two-wheel drive, the warm-up race also car is very good. And then this time we bring some new parts and then working very well.
Yeah.
And then after the practice, we keep the car and clean up and leave it.
So just made sure it was maintained correctly and cleaned it and didn't change the setup anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Shin Adachi, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shin. Appreciate that. Well, you asked for it, we give it to you. That's the way it works. If there's anyone else you guys want me to talk to, let me know. I mean, when they can come in, they do, but everyone's been really nice, and if they're too busy, they just say, sorry, I can't. Rich Young saying, yeah, I forgot I was about. See it again, no problem, Rich. And Neil Lewis saying, Shino. Indeed. So who else was I going to get in? I was going to try to get Bent Carlson. I can see he's busy working on his car, but they're always busy working on their cars. And there's a lot of people over in the tire gluing area. Just trying to see if I can see Tristan, but he's not at his table at the moment. Here, Uri Hoodie coming up to have his practice run. Let's cram the microphone in his face for, 1 minute or so. Uri.
Yes, sir.
Just 30 seconds. How's it going for you today?
What do you mean 30 seconds?
I just talked to you for 30 seconds.
Aha. Well, it's okay. Battery is good. Everything is perfect.
And are you driving good?
Yes. There was only a joke. Yes, of course. Yeah, we are okay.
And Bruno's going very well?
Yeah, step by step. He needs a little more practice and we'll be okay.
Who do you think is going to be the fastest of the X-Ray team?
Oh, this is now difficult to tell, but Bruno Martin and also Melin,
Pick one.
The other guys is
Pick one.
No, big one. This is difficult to tell. Come on.
I am joking. Thank you very much.
No
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just a little joking around with him. And he said the right answer is, no, I'm not going to pick my drivers. Yeah, a little chat with Uri Hoodie, the owner of X-Ray. And someone is asking Marcel Schneider. Trying to I'm not sure if I know what Marcel looks like. I believe he is a German driver. Is that correct? If you could let me know, Nils. Because if it's a German driver, and I can go over to the German pitting area, because at European Championships you have to pit in your country. So we'll wait. We'll wait for you, Nils. But they're 45 seconds behind, aren't they? So I can't be impatient, can I? Because that would be rude of myself. Oops, sorry. Kicking Mr. Worsley. Just having a look outside, see who else is wandering around. Maybe Savoya. Savoya. Renault. Can you talk? Oh, perfect. We'll get Renault Savoya real quick over here. Renault Savoya. We're on camera up there.
Yep.
Up there. How's it going for you, Renault?
It's not too bad. I mean, we've been working on the setup, and I think the track was a bit slippery this morning, so we're getting far from the setup we used at the warm-up.
Right.
But we're back-to-back testing, and we're going back to the setup we were using at the warm-up right now. So the car should be really good.
Okay, and are you happy with your two-wheel drive event?
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting like a top 5 position at the end.
Yeah.
I've never done the main in two-wheel drive before,
Oh,
just
right.
once in four-wheel. And it was my first main, and I was on the podium, so I was really happy. My car was amazing through the weekend. I basically didn't change on it, didn't change
Right.
nothing, just put new sets of tires,
Yep.
just learn the track, and then boom.
Okay. So with four-wheel drive, are you making more changes for the next run?
Yeah, of course, we need to adjust the suspension because we have to clear the tabletop on the back.
Yep.
It's pretty tricky. I broke once because I went in the wall, so
Right,
you
yeah,
know,
easily done.
It doesn't really help on the confidence, but for sure it's really tough to choose the go with only 2 laps.
Yeah.
All the qualifiers are gonna go in 5 minutes, but still you have to do 2 super quick laps, and then you're gonna get with some guys that are probably quicker on 1 lap, but slower on 5 minutes. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for
Thank
talking
you.
to us. Renault Savoya there for you. We're okay. Yes, he's from Germany. Right. I'll go try to find him. I'll be right back. Do you know who Marcel Schneider is?
I think that's the only low point. Yeah. The rest of everything else is working really well. Yeah. And then they've got live going out as well. So how are you getting on with DC then? Yeah. He's a good character. Oh, he's a character? Yeah. Good. Good. I mean, all right. I hope he does more. Then it's supposed to be like 200 people right on the bottom. I can't do that. Well, you put it in the hotel where you live as well. You go to dinner with him every night. You know, one week, that's all. It's fine, where we are. At the start of the week, we got there, he went out and do a couple of nights. And found him sprawled out on the sofa in the town, then got a restaurant. I couldn't even wake him in the middle of the night. It was past 12. We couldn't wake him, sure. We couldn't wake him. Go and go. I'm not like that. He was in the same hotel as me. I walk in the breakfast about past 6. He's there, bright eyes, walking to our hospital. How he did it, we don't know. But I mean, he was home based out that 12 that night. I mean, sometimes, you know, I tried to get him off like that, but he couldn't. But for the rest of the week, up to the month. From here you go home, then go Sweden.
This is the last one I'm doing. But Harry's in the UK next week. UK event.
How many loads?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't go to that?
No, this is the only one he's doing. Okay. Oh, he's switching.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be Blanco next week. As long as you're all over the team, I don't get it.
Okay, we've got him. Hold the microphone. Look up there at the camera. Wave. Marcel, people on the chat room wanted me to get you for an interview.
Oh, nice to hear it.
Who was it? Do we see the name? Nils. Nils?
Yeah, okay.
They wanted to ask you how you're doing.
Yeah, it's pretty fine here. The weather is good. And the track feels okay, but the conditions are changing every time. So now the tires are getting bad after one run, and before the tires getting bad after 2 runs.
Yep.
So it's pretty hard.
And what did you do to your finger? I see you got a bandage on it.
Yeah, this was at my home where I changed the tires from my bicycle, and then I cut my this one here.
Yeah.
And now I have to fix it and wear this thing.
Oh dear.
But it's good to drive with.
It's
So
okay.
it
It's okay to drive.
Yeah, at the beginning it was pretty difficult, but now it's routine.
And what's your times like today?
My times at the last run was a 33rd 1.1 and a 33rd 0.9. So I think 1 minute and 6. So it's pretty good.
And how was your 2-wheel drive event?
2-wheel drive went not so good as I looked, because in the final my car crashed, but I didn't crash the car really. Only the camber link is getting out, and this was
dear.
Yeah, one final and then all is over.
Is this your first time at this track?
No, I was here at the warm-up, but I tested new things today and yesterday, so pretty good.
And you're driving for Absima Team C?
Yeah, Absima Team C, also the electronic.
Also
and
the
that's pretty
electronic.
good.
And are you settled on your setup, or do you have to change some more?
I changed some of my setups, but I asked Tom, and now it's okay. It's good to drive, and now I have to drive. Yeah.
So Tom McKell's back there feeding you information.
Yeah.
Hi Tom, how you doing out there?
Thanks,
okay,
Tom.
thank you very much, Marshall
Yeah,
Snyder, for
thank
coming
you.
over and speaking to us. Thank you. Okay. Well, it would help if I went to the right table first, Paul. I went over to Mark Reinhardt. You know, German, isn't he? No, he's sitting at the Austrian table. Let's have a look. Thank you for that, Nils. It was nice to speak to young Marcel Snyder. RC Build, say hi, everyone. So who's quick today? At the moment, it is David Angaro from Bruno Coelho, Howard E. And great coverage, as always. Nice work, chaps. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm just going to pop outside and see if I can grab someone else, because I think once this round finishes, we're just going to go pretty much straight off air. So let me be, I'll go grab someone else. I'll be right back. Well, I'm back, and I'm all alone, and I'm going to go over by the window, Paul. Asked a few people, and they are all too busy. We're going to get Bent Carlson to come in at the end of qualifying, so hopefully I can talk these guys into letting us stay on air for a little bit. The reason being is Bent has a lot of work to do, and I asked Neil Cragg, and he's busy gluing tires. I asked Mark Reinhardt, he's right in the middle changing his car. And I tried to get the Holdsworth boys on, but they were too shy. Paul Crompton couldn't come over because he's out in a minute, and he's too shy. So I've got to report back to Craig Collison this weekend, try to get some of his guys on camera, but no. We could try this. This is a little sneaky one. Just pass it out the window. And, Daniel Kobovic, how you doing, buddy?
Good, and you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. How is your day going?
The first of the day was very good. But last run was not so good. Hope better next time.
So are you happy with the way your car is working?
Yeah, I'll put on new tires now, and then I think it will be good.
Yeah. And are you liking the X-Ray cars?
Yeah, I like them very well.
Yeah. Are you happy with two-wheel drive event?
Yeah, the two-wheel drive, both cars are very good. And the four-wheel drive is maybe the best four-wheel drive now, and the two-wheel drive is also started working very good now.
And where did you finish yesterday?
Number 10.
Number 10, so that's an excellent result.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Young Daniel Kobovic. That's their punishment for sitting next to my window. We could get Wilhelm to talk. Wilhelm Skolderbrand. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. I broke my car in the last one.
What was it?
The spur gear.
So that was your dad's fault?
Kind of. We can say that.
Yeah, he's not listening, so we can say anything we want.
Yeah.
But how are you finding this big jumps with the four-wheel drive?
It's a bit more challenging, I think. At least on the back straight.
Yeah. Are you happy with your results in two-wheel drive?
Yeah, I think the qualifying was really tough, and I think I did my best in the main, so I'm pretty happy.
Perfect. Well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Wilhelm Skolderband. Brand. Right, I'm going to sit down, have a look at the chat room. And Harry's following somebody, so don't know who it is. I can look on camera or on the screen. Doing a great job. And let's have a look at the chat room. Howard E., great coverage. Oh, we already said that. You're welcome, Nils, who said thanks. RC Bills, Joey C. Cup, go, go, go. And they're asking, do they like the X-Ray? Yes. They are saying yes, they are, and he's a team driver. And BBT Racing, Big Blue Tent, says, can you follow Joel Mayer? We could, but he has stopped. Joe Cockhill has stopped. Jose Cockhill. And Martin Owen has stopped. Oh dear. Well, I'm just going to put this out there. They're not going to be the life of the Euros after breaking their car on the final seating. Yeah, just chucking it out there. Well, sorry, BBT Racing Team. That's Big Blue Tent. And if you want to hear some other guys talking to other racers, they have a podcast. I'm sure if you Google or use your favorite search engine, you'll be able to find it. Car number 5, please. We might just get a little bit of it. Time is just completed. So hopefully Harry will pick him up. He's picked up a different car over the Jeep jump. Oh, there you go. Should have been ready on instant replay on that one, but I tried it once yesterday and I screwed it up. Let me see. Let me just learn how it works. So I'm just going to talk to Paul. Do you click this first?
Yep.
And then what after that?
You select the speed.
So I'm going to do it now. Is that all right? I'm going to play with the Serpent Innovations replay. Click that, and nothing's happened. I did. Oh, is it here?
Yep.
Half speed, and then play. This is just a nothing replay. It's just me learning how to use it. And then does it stop automatically? Okay. There you go. Okay. So I guess when I clicked it the first time, it just... Do you have to be over that circle or anywhere in there? Anywhere in the box. Maybe I didn't click it correctly.
What I did first time as well.
Ah, yeah, exactly. On the chat room, Dave Andrews asks, how's the track holding up, DC? Looks to be a few craters forming. Yeah, I think the track is holding up pretty good. They did some repairs overnight in the corner after the tricky double that I've named it. And some of the takeoff on the jumps are a bit getting a bit inconsistent. I think on the whole, it is holding up very well. But of course, you know, we've had 90 cars yesterday. I think 80 odd cars today, bombing around this track. We're in our 7th round of practice today, so you do the maths, and it's holding up well considering. It was cool earlier. I've already told you this, Paul, so I'll tell you people out there. When I got to the track early, we weren't going on air until 2 o'clock, and I was doing some live stream. Just follow the first car, please. It's Paul Crumpton. I was doing some live streaming from my phone on Facebook. And, the superbike rider who I met, James Westmoreland, who was here racing in the two-wheel drive event, said, I'm sat at the airport watching. I'm not very happy. Of course, he had to go back to work today. Superbikes at Brands Hatch this weekend. And he was really looking forward to racing out here at his first European Championships, only able to do the two-wheel drive event. So I think it worked out pretty good for him. And he will be at Southport next week. I think it's fabulous that other sports people, you know, come along and participate in radio control cars. As he had said yesterday, James, there's a number of people that, you know, paid motorsports people, you know, that do it. Casey Stoner, you know, obviously most people know who Casey Stoner is, and he races radio control cars. So there you go. Bit of a lull right now of people wandering around, or maybe they've all got the message because nobody's sitting in front of my window anymore. Hey, now I know how to clear my window. So we're following Crumpton, who's done 2 laps in a 105.2, significantly quicker. And do a replay on that quickly, Paul. Here we go. So the Serpent Innovation replay. Here it comes now, into the top corner, heading for the Jeep jump. And you see he's going to come up short, out of shape, and does a front cartwheel. That's where he should be taking off, and he rolls over. Okay, let's follow Marcus Lind, please, in car number 9. As Harry's looking around to find him. Yes, I believe he's picked him up. Well, I can't see him. I was looking for Marcus's normal colors, but he's using a white shell. That's what has thrown me off. Marcus from Sweden. Let's have a look at Marcus. His 2-lap time is a 1:11. I'm sure he will not be happy with that. On the switchback. Over the doubles now. And the ski jump. Nice and steady across there. See if it improves his time. No, it does not. There's a 34-second lap. Carlos is having a look. It's quite chilled out, Carlos is today, isn't he? I'm sure we'll get the mad microphone skills started tomorrow. Any requests on there, Paul? He's looking intently. No. Put that over there in case you want to talk. No requests, so we're sticking with Marcus Lind at the moment. And I think I'd like to change to the 3 car, please, of Juha Arma. I've learned how to say his surname. Basically, you just open your mouth and make a few sounds, and that's pretty much good enough. Arma. Juha Arma. I was calling him Aroma for a bit of fun. Nope, I asked him. He's a happy guy. And we picked him up now. Make sure I got the right car. Yes. Over the big jump he goes. The big Jeep jump out of the triple and the switchback. Oh, I think I saw a TLR sticker on his car. And over the ski jump. Indeed, it is TLR car. Crossing the line. Let's look at his time. Ooh, that's helped him out big time now. He's up to a 108.5. Into the last 28 seconds, so we will follow Juha to the end. And Juha making a mistake. So he will not improve his 2-lap time, as there's not enough time to do another 2 laps. Big crash in the Jeep jump, but I wasn't quick enough over on the replay to get it. And I also wasn't quick enough to tell Paul. Note to self, must do better. And we're into finishing time, so they're finishing. What are the chances are, Paul, that Joe or Martin do not come in now because they're going to be upset?
Well, let's look and see. Joe doesn't look happy.
No. And I don't think Martin ever looks happy.
Maybe Joe wasn't happy there because he had to stand up.
All right. Yeah. Good old Joe. Okay, well, we're just going to let this one drift out as these guys finish their last of their laps. And that's it. Quickest was Crompton on 105.2. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I mean, we have the best time of a 102. I'm going to hazard a guess and say, well, do we have to hazard a guess, or we could actually look? Right, well, look then. It was just a crazy idea. We could actually look at the times. Let's pick someone near the front. Let's follow the 3rd car to go off, which will be the 3 car. And that's Gallo. And Paul's bringing up the timing screens. But I'm going to guess, Paul, that they don't have like an overall. Oh, maybe they do. Well, no, there's a 2-wheel drive. Okay. I'm going to lose that bet, Paul. You going to sit down for a little bit? Wow. We were just saying how miserable you're going to be because you broke your car.
Oh, I didn't break it. I got a good story.
You got what?
I got a story.
You got a story.
Story. Didn't break
Martin Owens going on the headset now. Yeah, well, just real quickly, I'm guessing, Paul, they don't have like a in-round score, do they? Can you put the chat room back up for us, please? Go on, tell us your story then, Martin.
What's the story? Yeah, they had no tyres ready in the tyre compound.
What?
So went over to get tyres and was told come back in half an hour. So quickly glued them up when they finally got them, and they just came off.
Oh dear.
Bit frustrating. Second time today. Been over there. We've got no tyres. We have to go get them from the van and bring them over. A little frustrating, but never mind. I couldn't get the activators on there. It just wasn't dry enough. So they came off. Well, there we go.
That's bad.
It's only seeding, or rather it's today than tomorrow, I guess.
Well, I mean, to be fair, tomorrow would have been better because you already would have seeded.
Well, yeah. But there we go. That's that is life.
So we have Martin Owen in, coming to have a chat. And Nils has another one from Nicholas Burley, also from Germany. Well, I will try to go grab him when I'm done talking with Martin. So I might have to ask you to tell me that name again because
look,
my brain will fade out.
BBT Racing Team, is that Matt or Aiden? I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. But
those guys do a really good job with their podcast. Really good job. Yeah, weekly podcast out about RC cars, which is good.
Yep.
Something we don't really have in the UK. There's the ones you hear in the States with Jason Rona and Nat, and then Loop is live. But it's great to have a UK podcast.
Yeah.
I can't recommend him anymore. Really, it's worth a download. Have a look. He's good.
And Chad H saying this is a 10th, but is the track also for 8 too? What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of people I've spoke to said it almost seems a little bit too big for 10th and a little bit too small for 8th, but they do use it for 8th. I can imagine it'd be quite tight with an 8th car. It's very open with the 10th, but with an 8th, I can imagine it would be quite tight. Rich Young calling me a Mongo. Haven't heard that one before. Oh, well, it could be worse. I could pack up halfway through the day and go home.
And can you follow car number 7, please?
Which is Josh Holdsworth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Or is it not? No. Well, that's
no. It's Venables.
Oh, our favourite. He's lodging with us at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah. I do worry about the boy. I don't know if he can actually look after himself.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, and the boss is racing this one, Mr. Lee. So.
He is indeed. So we're following William Venables at the moment.
Yes, William.
So how's it going out in the pits? Has it been an easy day, or we had to do a lot of wrenching?
No, today's been a lot easier than 2 wheel.
Why?
A lot easier. The car just seemed. We seemed a little bit more on the front step with it than the 2 wheel.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of info from JQ and Max Mort when they were running here. Well, mostly Max Mort when he was running here in the warm-up. We got a bit of info from him, and we got a few new parts to test. So it's working quite well.
Okay. We're just looking at. There's only 5 cars on the track for some reason. I've got my finger poised over the. Oh, I'm gonna miss that. Let's try this. We're trying to do a replay of William Venables. And he gets it all wrong there. Looks like he's going to crash, and what a landing. Can I play that again?
Yeah. Very good.
Here he goes. Into the big triple, out of shape, nearly upside down, and lands it.
A little bit of a whip.
Little bit of a whip. I don't even think he tried to do that.
No, it was a whip. It was a whip by accident.
Exactly.
Not a whip in style.
No.
I don't think Venables does anything in style.
I'm just going to hover on the replay button. Oh, let's analyze that. Here we go, Martin. Describe briefcase.
The screen on the right.
Yep.
Well, he's got his BC. I mean, it's the first time he's driven it, so he's going all right. But yeah, he's in typical Will Venables style, trying a little too hard. But he's doing all right. He's getting some good help from Mick Cragg and Craig Drescher with his setup and with his car. And
he's on a 110.1 over his 2-lap pace. Is that good?
It's not as good as Kev Lee's on a 107 with the PR.
There you go then.
Yeah. So I get out of there. And
follow
little Tommy Hall as well. He's also with the PR. So
let's follow number 5 car then, please, of Tommy Hall.
Tommy's, he's only 10.
He's only 10.
Yeah. First Euros.
And we're going to go straight to a Serpent Innovation replay. And as he started following them, heading for the ski jump. Over the ski jump he goes.
Yeah.
And it didn't really look like he was doing anything wrong there.
No.
But that's just...
I wonder if he's going to do the massive tabletop. No, he's just keeping it wheels side down. Oh, we've jinxed him.
We're going to do another Serpent Innovation replay. Or no one... Oh, here it comes. A little bit slow on the uptake. He's coming into the Jeep jump. Does that fine. Into the big triple. And you're going to see he's going to come up short. Nearly lands it.
Yeah, gets away with it.
Yeah, we'll give that a 8.4 on the Richter scale.
Earthquakes. You ever been in an earthquake?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Not very nice.
Nope.
Don't enjoy that.
It's a pretty awesome thing when you're standing there and you can literally feel the whole entire earth moving back and forth.
Yeah, it's not great.
John Clark says whippage. Yes, it was an involuntary whippage.
That's an interesting one just on there. That's Dave Andrews, but how's the track holding up?
Thank you very much.
And I have to admit, where I'm marshalling at 8, there's starting to be a few little kind of dips in the track. They have fixed a few bits overnight, but it's getting a little bit bumpy. You can see the four-wheel drive and the acceleration zones are digging some holes.
Yep.
Which is good. It's fair for everyone. You know where they are, but it is digging some holes out there. They're very slow on the chat today.
It is very slow. See, it's just sometimes it's a lot.
Tony would like to suggest that replays are more than just accidents and errors.
Okay. What would you like then?
Well, no, Tony probably wants some nice...
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Martin, go to the door, please.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could film him now. You gotta look at the camera. Martin.
Yeah, but
look at the camera. Give a wave.
Yeah, camera. All right.
And here's the replay of more Serpent Innovation replay.
There you go, Tony, with a wave. So he's gonna love that. That was for Tony.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I guess what Tony's getting at is he would like to see some slow replays of Serpents going fast around corners, but...
Well, yeah, but we gave him what he wanted. That was something other than a crash.
It was.
RC Octane out there. Hi, big fella. Loving the commentary. Your mate, DC, is a star.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much.
Cheers, John.
And James S. says, hi, Mr. F.
And Tony's going to know that.
Did you like that, Tony? Now, you got to understand, Martin, okay?
Hit.
You and I are here live.
Yeah.
We're talking live. We're looking at the screen live, but they don't hear us for 45 seconds.
True.
So that's why Tony says, bunch of jokers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pick someone. Let's pick Marcel Snyder. Car number 4, please, as we got him to come over and interview. So
what country is he from?
He is German.
Whoa.
And we're going to get him in the big jump section. Oh, no, I can't. I did that wrong. Yeah. Don't want to do that. Wonder how long it stays there for. Does it?
Yeah.
What if I click this, Paul, and then don't do anything? How do I get it back? Because I clicked it at the wrong time.
He's broke it, hasn't he?
Basically, if you don't want to use it,
Yep.
like a blank shot.
Ah, perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, we're doing it now.
Martin, hoping things work out better in quali for you. Cheers, mate. Well, it will. The car's good.
Right, here is a Serpent Innovation replay. Shows you clearly going around that little corner tabletop and heading towards the Jeep jump. That's how you get. It's a predetermined length. We can't adjust how long it is. Well, I can't at least. And Tony Odoka says, you guys have the easy life. Come and help me build all these cars. What, all 2 of them? Jeez.
Actually, no, they got about 6 two-wheel drives, I think.
I know, it's called a joke, Martin.
Pay my flight, Tony, and I will be there for you. Well, there you go. Someone, look, RC Builds is offering to come and build his cars.
Well, I mean, Tony doesn't expect us to go do it for free, does he?
Wow.
Okay, we're following Marcel Schneider, the German driver, and I'm going to try this again. I'm going to try to click it now. Oh, wait, no, I know what I'm doing wrong now. I know exactly what I'm doing wrong.
Touching a computer.
Yep.
It's your age, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it takes me more than 3 seconds to figure stuff out, and, you know, I'm way past it. But we're going to get a replay of Snyder on the jump section. But what I got to do, what I was doing wrong, was I was clicking it as he went to the jump. I need to click it after they go through the...
Stay away from the button.
No, we don't do that.
That'll just make him press it more.
Now I press it. Yeah, but that's how I got to learn it. I got to learn it today, so I can use it tomorrow when the action is hot. Here you go. Now you see, I got it right. I don't think he's going to make it all the way through, though.
There we go. Come on. Look at that.
Look at that.
Perfection.
How's that, Mr. Adoka?
Only took an hour.
Was it an hour? I must have been asleep for a while. Harold Black says hi. Hello, Harold. And Raymond Boom
says, oh no.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh no to what?
Exactly.
Oh no.
It's just oh no, but that replay, that Serpent Innovation replay, was hot. Right, let's follow the 2-car, please, of Patrick Hoffer, as he's on top, doing a 104.4. And I can't see from here, Paul. What heat is this? 6? It is heat number 6. So we've got 3 more heats after this. And as soon as we finish, we've been promised Ben Carlson to come sit down with us for a few minutes. Any early predictions for the now vacant four-wheel drive title? That is a tough one. I think there's 2 different ways of looking at this. If you want to go by single lap outright pace, you're going to be talking something like Ungaro, Bruno, or Martin Bayer.
Yeah.
If you want to look over 5 minutes, Lee Martin was looking very, very good. Bruno said that his car was really easy to drive, and he would go a bit slower in qualifying because, you know, you don't push on that hard. So there's no one really that's outstanding from the others, but certainly Lee Martin, as always, looking extremely comfortable at that pace, where other people look like they're having to rag it a bit. And I do choose my words carefully, looking like they're having to rag it a bit. It doesn't mean they are ragging it a bit. And I'll say this as well, because I spoke to Lee yesterday after his, which one was it? I think it was the 3rd round of qualifying, where he had already done 2 TQs. And I said to him, Lee, it really looked like you were ragging the car around a bit. And he said, no, actually I wasn't. He said, it might have looked like that. He said, but I had done a small change to the car, and I was losing the rear end on corner entry. So therefore, it made it look like he was trying to rag it around.
So he was having to push it to get it in and out of the corner.
Well, he wasn't having to push it. As he turned in, the rear end was coming around. So from an outsider looking in, looked like he was ragging it.
I'm going to go with Neil Craig to win it. I don't know.
Yeah? I'm going to say I don't think Neil's looking on his best form on this track at the moment. I think he's a little bit frustrated. He, only finished 7th yesterday. The car wasn't exactly to his liking.
Can we watch car number 9?
Oh, yeah. Dad, man, if you could bottle that and sell it, you'd make a lot of money.
You would.
Whew. Right, let's have a look. Felix Rigby, go down to somewhere between 0 and 10 and start with an
someone was asking about timing on an Orion motor.
Oh, right. RC Builds, I think Lee or Bruno for the title. Harold Black What are these cars powered by? Martin, I'll let you answer that.
Lipo batteries, electricity.
Explain it a little bit clearer, please.
That's about as good as I get with my technical
Okay,
knowledge.
well, obviously I'm old and you tell me all the time, but it's a lithium polymer battery, 7.4 volt, when charged up to 8.4.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Did you know that?
No. I just put it on
Mongo.
charger and press a button and it makes
No,
it
of
go.
course you know. And how many amps are yours? Milliamps?
5,000.
There you go. High discharge batteries.
I think Martin knows what he's talking about. I don't have a clue, Tony. Not a clue. I just make it up as I go. I've done my whole life.
And Antti is choosing two of his Finnish drivers, Juna Häkkinen or Kari Samala. And can we follow car number 9, please? So that is Matthew Chaffardon, the young French driver. Yuna, when I had a quick chat with his dad earlier, Yuna wasn't his dad wasn't happy. He just shook his head and said, no, it's not going well for him. Caddy, for the win, yeah. Shall I be nice or brutally honest?
Honest, always the best policy.
All right, there's no chance then.
There you go. That was a bit harsh.
No, thanks, mate.
Well, Mark Reinhardt, he's out in this one. He's won a few titles in his time in on-road.
He has indeed. I went to try to get him to come in for a chat, and he's looking like he's not enjoying himself.
Yeah. I got a good selfie with him yesterday. He was quite happy.
Yeah? Yeah. I mean, on the whole, racing-wise.
Yeah, this was afterwards, and we were drinking beer, I suppose.
He's not really enjoying himself.
No. What about JQ? Spoke to him?
I have spoken to JQ. He seems happy, seems confident. You like this good little story. He was stood outside my window, and I pointed out Paul Crumpton to him.
Oh, yeah.
And I just said, look, Crumpton's just done a 32.7 or something. And he looked at me, and he goes, well, yeah, I've not had my go. Like, he thought I was trying to say, you know, you're not going quick enough. And I said, no, JQ, what I'm doing, I'm pointing out to you that he's in heat like 4, and he's doing these type of quick lap times. You're a manufacturer. Don't you think you should be knowing who the new and up-and-coming people? I said he's 4th in the UK Championships at the moment, and he's made every A final in four-wheel drive this year.
Yep.
And he goes, oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know why he's down in such a low heat?
No.
Because they did the heats based on two-wheel drive seeding. Because they don't have a seeding list for this as such, because it's not a championship. They did it by the two-wheel drive seeding.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it somehow. I think that's reasonable. Because it is just practice, and then you have your chance from the practice to seed yourself into a better heat, meaning there's only, 8 cars on the track and the maximum of 9. Big, huge track, plenty of space. I see no problem with that.
Oh. Tony wants someone to ask Paul Worsley a question.
Right. Tony, I could, but I don't know what the question is.
Yeah. Need to know what it is first.
Well, bring it on, Tony.
He's just outside. We can ask him.
Well, we can ask him, and if it's appropriate, obviously, if it's inappropriate, we have the power to delete you. So we don't want any nastiness, please. Poking fun, that's fine. Nastiness, no, that's not where we're at here.
There is no they-mo.
Right, can we follow the 3 car of Mark Reinhardt for the last minute?
Liam knows who Paul Crumpton is.
RC Build said, when did he last see Aunt Sally? Who's Aunt Sally?
No idea.
Okay, Tony Odoka says, there is no they. Mo. What does that mean, Martin?
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
All right, okay.
Must be short.
Leon Galvin says, well, I know who Paul is, and even if JQ doesn't. Oh, okay. Well, that helps JQ a lot then, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, Liam is JQ's like pit boy. I mean,
okay.
Team manager.
Has Liam told JQ about it?
No idea. No, I think they've had conversations. I think.
I mean, let's just get this. Make sure you understand clearly. I didn't go out of my way to run and grab JQ and say, "You've got to come look at this guy." No. It was only JQ happened to be standing there as Paul Crumpton happened to be on the track, and JQ was within earshot of me. So it's a little bit.
So you upset JQ then?
Yeah.
Standing. It's not difficult.
Of course. Jeez, do you know who I am?
Yeah. Do you want me to answer that?
Yep.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Well, there you go. See. Okay. We're out of water. Wait, no, I think could you get that other bottle down there for me, please? Paul, please, Paul.
Please, Paul. Pretty people.
Yeah.
I still need a Red Bull, by the way.
Yes, you do.
Can you ask if someone like Ongaro wins the Euros that didn't have to qualify the event, can we change our British rules to allow the likes of Elliott to compete?
No problem. Let me try to get Paul in. Oh, gonna have to wait a moment because he is part of the start procedure. Now, let's just analyze that real quickly. I'm happy to ask him that, Tony. That's perfectly fine. But my question to you would be, do you know for 100% sure that he didn't have to qualify for this event? That's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah. I think you need to ask that one.
Yeah, because different countries have different rules on how they qualify.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understood was, we were talking about Paul this morning. You have to do at least one national. Doesn't matter, 2 all for all, and only one.
Ooh, are you sure?
Yep, because Paul had an email this morning asking someone that wanted to enter that hasn't done any nationals, and he's now on the reserve list at Stockholm.
Yep, and I know who that was because I encouraged him to.
That's it. And Paul said, yep, if he just does that one event, if he gets an entry, he will get, and he can enter.
I assumed the other way, that because 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive are separate events, that you'd have to do at least one national in each. But thank you for clarifying that. Right, here we got some more. Let me do a question first. Warwick B says, are Schumacher running a prototype car? I don't know for certain, but I know they didn't want me to take photographs of it. And then Tony says, I know many that haven't. Harold Black says, it sounds like an air compressor is blowing. Yes, it is. Oh, what? You mean us? And Tony says, why should they have different rules? It's €1.
Oh, there he is. Cool.
Right. One of us is going to have to go dark here, Martin.
Oh. Wow.
And you know it's not going to be me. Right, Paul, we have a question from Mr. Adoka. He is asking, if someone like Ongaro wins the Euros that didn't have to qualify, could we change the rules for the likes of Elliott to compete?
No, totally different thing. Totally different thing. Ongaro does not come from UK. So Ongaro, we don't know whether he's qualified. Ongaro goes to whatever qualification his home country decides. In the same way as UK drivers have to go through the qualification procedures that the RSA decide. But how Ongaro has his entry in this event is entirely up to his home country. It's nothing to do with anybody else.
Okay, fabulous. And he says, let me find it, why should they have different rules on the way you qualify because it's €1?
So again.
Why should there be different rules for each country on how they gain entry to the Euros?
We can't control a country as to how they run their organisation. As a country, their organisation, their association, federation, join EFRA, and if they run an EFRA event, then they have to run it to EFRA rules. Whether that be a GP or an EC, they have to run it to EFRA rules. But how they organise their racing and their procedures in their own country is entirely up to them.
So they could quite easily say, you don't have to do anything to qualify. If you're the best driver, you're in.
Yep.
Okay, but we don't have that in the UK, do we?
In UK we don't. It was voted in 1990 when George Land was chairman.
Yeah.
That you had to compete in the previous year's national championship.
Yep.
And that the order of drivers which you selected to go to an EC or a WC were taken strictly in the order of how they finished in the previous year's championship.
Perfect. That's it.
Like I say, that came in 1990. Yeah. And I revisited the rule, I think it was 2 or maybe 3 years ago, to write it so that it was very clear.
Yeah.
And in doing so, that also opened it up for discussion because it was on the books.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to say, can we throw it out or change it completely, they could have done. And I actually asked the question at that AGM, and they've all said, no, that's our rules, and we agree with it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Paul. Right, we'll put Martin back in, and it would be lovely to carry on talking about this. But what I want to do, Martin, is let you and I move over to the window and just watch the last 1 minute 40 of this heat. And shall we follow Bruno Coelho, please, in the 2 car? And we will stay on air, hopefully, for a few minutes afterwards, and we can carry on that discussion. But as we're right near the top or the end of our day's activities on the track, I think it's good we give it a little bit of time. So we're going to pick up Bruno Coelho now. He's easy to see. He's going up to the steps now and down the main straight. How do you think his car is looking, Martin?
It is looking good. I mean, the X-Ray is a dialed car. And people have their opinions of Bruno. I think he's a nice guy, and he's fast.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he is fast. There's
Getting
no
attacked by flies, sorry.
Hello,
I nearly snorted one yesterday.
What, snorted a fly?
Yeah, it nearly went right in.
Nice.
Paul nearly ate one.
Ooh.
Okay, but at the moment, Bruno's only down on a 104. He did a 102 in the previous seeding heat. So that's rather interesting, and I don't think he's going to do anything different from there, because his last lap was a 35, and this is going to be his 8th lap he's going to complete. Well, and if this lap is good, he could do something there. 31.8. Pretty good.
He's coming down the straight now.
So we're gonna finish this off with Bruno on this corner tabletop. Now this jump section there, Martin, is much easier today, isn't it?
Yeah, every jump section is easier with the 4-wheel drive. You can control the car much better. Not that I've been demonstrating that, but you know, you can certainly move the front end up and down a little bit more with the front tyres rotating, so it does make it a little bit easier.
And that is a 103.4 for Bruno, which is going to put him 3rd fastest. Sartell on a 103.0, Walenka 103.4, Bruno 103.4, Mullen 103.7, Max Mort 103.7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers, all separated by less than 0.8 of a second. Good, bad, you're right.
He's happy. Your eyes happy.
Excellent.
It's
right.
First time I've watched the Fast Guys all day.
I'm going to let you have the honor, Martin, of choosing the first car we're going to follow.
I would like to follow Lee Martin.
Okay. Just so you know, when Joe was here earlier, he said that as well, and I told him no.
That's right. He thinks he's special.
I did it just because he's Joe.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
That's not true. The truth is the previous 2 heats that we had watched, we followed Lee Martin straight away. Me Larton? We followed Me Larton.
Yeah. You like that, do you, Spray?
That's his uncle on his mom's side. Me Larton. Martin's losing it. He's losing it.
Oh, dear.
I mean, it is pretty crazy. It's been a light day for us commentating-wise, as it's only going to be some 3 hours. But I found myself at the end of the day before when I'm talking numbers and names all day long, and it's just, yep, that's it. Forget it. Things like Me Larton come straight out, and it's like, I mean, I'm like that normally. Imagine at the end of the day of semi-concentrating. When I had
Shin's got the stopwatch out.
When I had Nick Child in, was talking to him. I said, Nick, I classify myself as a semi-professional drinker. You're a professional. He goes, no, nothing to do with being an alcoholic. Right, you are a professional. Right. Just telling the story to Martin. Martin? Alec. Right. See, there you go. It's going again.
It's going.
We're watching Lee Martin to start with. I suppose also in times like this, I'm just sort of in my relaxed mode. We switch it on like Lee Martin when it gets to the racing.
See, I think Lee looks smoother than Bruno.
Absolutely. I was saying that earlier when they asked if you remember that on a single lap pace, Lee is not looking the quickest. But at that pace, he is looking the most stable, and that could be the difference.
31.8 last lap. No, opening lap.
And to be fair, this lap and a half you've just watched of him, he is looking less in control than he has most of the day. No, I wouldn't say it's terrible, but
okay.
And what's he back it up with to do a 104.3? So he's still got some pace to find.
Okay, the cameras are following Una Hansen at the moment.
Are they?
Yep. Looking on there. We were asked for him, so we are following him.
Well, you want him to or what?
Paul's lying to me.
Oh, God. Okay, no, please follow Una Hansen. Car 6.
Oh, I thought you'd gone straight on there.
See, Martin's just getting up to speed with how it works. Our cameraman takes instruction from us, and someone had put in the chat room, please follow Una Hansen, and Martin thought that that's what we were following, but that was instruction to us, the cameraman.
Ooh.
So now you're back up to speed on what we're doing here.
So, fastest lap, Lee Martin 31.7, Walowski on a 31.8.
Yep. But it's Walowski on top on 2-lap pace, 103.8. And I will try to get some photographs of who Una crashed. All right, Lee crashed. I'll try to get some photographs of the seating, put it up on my Facebook page. Lee Martin on top now. Sorry, Martin, on a 103.7. That's still, not where they want to be, though, is it? So we're still following Una Hansen. Can we switch to the 3 car, please, of Michael Orlowski? And he's over the ski jump now. Harry's already on it. Orlowski on a 103.8 and Lee Martin on a 103.7. If you remember back to the previous heat, there was 5 drivers on the 103.76 or less. So when we're done here, we'll have a little bit of a chat about what we were discussing earlier, about how you gain entry to the Euros. Well, I'm sure we'll have to refer back to the chat room and see if anything's going on. If it's gone a little bit crazy, we'll just wash over it. Forget about it. I think Worsley did a good job explaining it, didn't he?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, Martin Bayer now on a 103.6. So 1 minute and 20 left. If we could pick up the 4 car, please.
Bayer could be a bit of a dark horse, couldn't he?
He's just to your left now.
Yeah.
Over the ski jump goes Bayer. Let's see if this improves his time. Indeed, 103.0. Now they do take your quickest 2 laps of either of these seating. And Angaro takes it up now with 102.8, but we're going to stick with Orlowski. No, Bayer even. That was 30 seconds ago. So let's have a look. Bayer's coming off the tricky double, jumping into that step down. That's impressive through there. At the end of the main straight, we're just going to follow Bayer to the end now because there's not enough time to see a good lap from from Ungaro, and we did show Ungaro in the previous heat. Over the Jeep jump. And the big triple now for Martin Bayer. And I have Martin Owen with me still. What an intro, Martin.
I know. Yeah. No, I was thinking of saying it just didn't come out. But I was more looking at how quick Ungaro is actually
102.6 now for Bayer and a 102.4 for David Ungaro, who we interviewed via a translator.
He was so fast at Neo Buggy this year.
He was indeed.
With no wing. Half the race with no wing. Who says wings work?
Exactly. Wing setup is overrated. And they're into finishing times now. And it is David Ungaro who's going to be on the top of the pile here in this heat. I'm not sure on times altogether.
Will it show an overalls, Dave, or will it just...
No, it does not show overalls. It's good, Shin? So. Better than last time.
I like Shin.
Yeah? Yeah, we got an interview with Shin as well. We're both looking at Paul. Maybe we please sit down, Paul, so we can look at the chat room. And I will...
He was comfortable.
No. He was working, actually.
He was working.
We're just going to have a quick look and see if anything is said about the chat.
And yeah, there is a little bit on there.
Do you know how to make it go up? Obviously not. Right, we're just going to try to...
Here we go. So, it's looking like they want to get the rule changed at AGM next year.
There you go.
Which is great.
Well, where's they gave you all the information. And if you've ever been involved in a rule change, it's not straightforward, is it?
No.
You know, you can propose it, but it has to be voted in.
I hear all year people that want this rule and that rule and this rule, and you tell them, come to the AGM in October. And we get to Gaydon in October, and there's usually about 12 of us sat around.
Yeah.
You know, it's your race series, guys. You need to come and come to these meetings, come to this AGM, and vote what you'd like. Yes, it's a long way to travel, but if you're that committed to it and feel you want a change, then you need to
we have Mr. Nick Damon himself saying, Nick here, I think the rule is fine of the initial entries, but if there are spaces available, then the BRCA or any other governing bodies should see if any of their members...
Regardless of qualification.
Regardless of qualification. That's an interesting twist.
Looks like Nick's coming to the AGM.
Well, why not?
Is he a BRCA member, though? Could he come to the AGM?
I'm sure he could join up.
Yeah. Correct, Nick. It's crazy to have the Euros with these low numbers.
I agree, and believe it or not, guys, we did speak to Worsley about it, and he actually said out loud, this needs to be looked at.
Yes.
Because I said the same thing that, you know, the organizers, when you initially apply for a Euros and then people ask for their places, you have to pay for your place. Now, this is because it cost a lot of money to do this, and they wouldn't want half the people dropping out and end up with 50 people. So if you pay, like Gareth Stanton, thank you, Nick, he's a member. If you pay like Gareth Stanton and then don't go, you don't get your money back.
No, Gareth Stanton, you get nothing back.
But on the other hand, we've only got 80 drivers here, and there's a reason for that. We're not sure exactly what that reason is.
I have my thoughts on it, but I'll keep those to myself.
No, please do share.
Costs. I think it's a little bit of it. No, it's not fair. My thoughts aren't right. I think there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of people that do nationals that come to Euros. I think cost. They're worried they're not good enough. I'm clearly proving that you can be absolutely rubbish and still come here and batter your car around the track. And again, I think some people don't know how easy, that they have to just go and do a national, do one national, and you're going to get, in providing the event isn't full.
Well, see, I mean, that brings you on to another discussion as to how they choose the amount of numbers. But what I think would be a way of possibly increasing numbers is when a track like this gets nominated as they're going to host the Euros, a lot of people just look at it really quick and they go, oh, 8 track, forget it. 10th car's on 8 track, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
What if, and it unfortunately involves money. Now, I'm going to use me as an example. Let's say I was the trusted person, and the BRCA sent me out here to have a look at the track in person, watching 10th cars race on this. I come along to a race, I look at it, and then I could make a report on that, and then that might help more people decide to go. Because I think if more people would be here from the UK if they would have known how good this track drives.
Yeah, they would.
It doesn't drive, it drives better than it looked like it was going to from the photos, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, yeah. And it doesn't look, the thing I found, it doesn't look, it's not as big as it looked in the photos. Photos, it did look big, but it's not as big.
It's not as big.
Dave's going to call.
Just a small one.
But yeah, I think, you know, I mean, you say people from the UK, but and the numbers are low, but the numbers aren't low from the UK. We still have the most, we have the biggest team here, where Italy, which is the host, had a lot of people drop out. So,
yep.
You know, the UK isn't, I don't think, is where the numbers need to come from. I mean, I'm gutted. I'd love to see Elliot Boots out here. You know, he's number 1 in the world at the moment, 8 scale on the top 25 ranking. His driving style is phenomenal, and yeah, I'd love to see him here racing. I think it's a tough one, especially for he's living in Italy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard for him to travel back to the UK to do 8th, which I understand he does, to let alone come back and do 8th and 10th.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we can touch on a couple of things. And Paul just pointed out to me, he said, what if my report, if going back to this virtual scenario, if that I would come out and have a look at it, what if my report was negative and they only ended up with 50 drivers? Now, if the track would be that bad, it shouldn't have been voted in.
Yeah.
So that an absolute valid point by Paul. So yeah, there's a load of other scenarios that can come for that. Now let's go back to Elliot Boots. Okay, you say that he's living in Italy now. Now there are rules, and it's always rules, and if you look at any sport, there has to be rules. In theory, Elliot could have qualified through Italy.
Yep.
But, right, because he's a member of the BRCA, he would need permission from the BRCA to qualify for Italy.
That's correct.
So it gets a little bit more involved in that. And that's to stop people cherry picking and going to another country and exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It probably wouldn't be a problem. What it would just prevent is him trying to qualify for 2 countries. Pick one or the other, because you can't just say do 2 national series and then okay, I'm better at that one, so I can get in. It's interesting, though.
Paul will not allow that DC. Efter says.
Yes, he would, and I know he would, Paul, because I was living in Sweden and I qualified for a Euros in Sweden. And if I wanted to race for Sweden, all I would have to do is speak to Paul, and Paul, knowing that I lived in Sweden, would absolutely allow that. Why wouldn't he? And if you don't believe that, then we'll get Paul in at some stage and talk to him about it. Not right now, because he's run off and he's gone, and we're about to sign off. But before we sign off, I want to try to grab Ben Carlson. If it's all right, it's all right.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, I think all of these types of conversations are super valuable because it gets people talking and people thinking, and maybe we can adjust the rules to get these meetings with more racers.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You know, the numbers are low, and it is a shame. But the numbers are low, but the competition's not any easier.
Exactly, and I'll go back to what I said earlier. I think the numbers are low because a lot of people just said 8 track, nah, forget it. I mean, when I went and raced in 2007 in Japan at the Worlds, that was on a huge 8 track. It was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, the cars just slid around and the jumps were totally inappropriate. You know, I didn't care. I was there. I was having fun. I was in Japan. I was in the mountains. I was racing. For me, it didn't really matter. You know, Cavallari won. I think he won both classes. You know, so the same people are still going to win. But as a racer, it's less fun. You know, you spend a lot of money to go race on a track that's not very fun to drive.
No, that's true. I mean, I'm going to China later this year, and I hope they are making it into a 10th track, and I hope they do a cracking job of it. And it is a 10th track and not an 8th track. I mean, I'm sure they will. They've started working on it last week.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Anders Lind says to get more drivers to a 10 scale Euros, you must have them race on a 10 scale track, not an 8 scale track. Absolutely. That is exactly what we're talking about. I mean, I think they missed a trick here on this track, because wasn't it you I was telling? I was indeed over there. After you come over the ski ramp and you turn left and you go over the tricky double and you turn right, I think if you would have cut that section out, so you come over the ski ramp, turn left, but then you would have made a cut through to go straight and then turn right straight up on the tabletop.
Yeah.
You would have saved about 4 seconds, and I do believe it would have made this better to drive on.
Tony says, see you later, you're doing a great job. Apparently, I guess I'm not. Thanks, Tony. Cheers, mate.
Thanks very much, Tony. Right, Martin, talk amongst yourself for a moment. I'm going to try to get Mr. Carlson before we sign off.
Carlson. Talk amongst myself.
Yep.
Well, let's have a look.
You're in charge.
Well, Tony said grand even. I mean, you've left me a pool, so we'll be all right. What can we talk about? Is anyone actually listening?
Oh, they'll be there.
They'll be there. They'll be out there. So, Neil Lewis, maybe Paul wants to have drivers commit more to the 10th track rather than the 8th. I don't agree with that. I think Paul wants to see people racing 10th. That's what he's chairman of that section, and that's what he's in charge of. There's lots of conspiracy theories of what people think Paul wants and Paul gets what he wants, but, you know, I sit in committee meetings, and everything is voted on in a fair way in a vote. So no, I think it's how it goes. Oh, there's a little superstar's just walked in behind me. Yep, and I'm going to go and let you talk to these two lovely people.
Thank you very much, Martin.
It's been grand. I will see you all later.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, and we really appreciate your giving up some time and talking to us.
No problem. I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Well, I nearly said what I was thinking, and it's probably better that I didn't. Okay, Ben Carlson, the father of the young star at the moment, the young Norwegian, Malin Carlson. Welcome. How are you?
Fine.
How's things gone for you today?
Now it's going good.
Yeah.
We started the day with a bit of electronic problems.
Yep.
We had to swap out everything, but now it's working good.
Okay. And have you made a lot of changes to the car today?
We made some small changes in between heats, because the track has changed a lot since this morning. So now the traction is really high. So we made some changes to mainly material to the arms and uprights, knuckles, C-hubs, and so on. Yeah.
Can you just put the camera over this way, please, Harry? You can see Malin standing here. So Malin wanted to come over and watch how it was all done, but she didn't really want to sit down and talk because she's, her English isn't great. It's getting better.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to push on her, but it's nice to have her come over here.
Yeah.
So let's try to think of what people might want to ask, and we've not really set this up, so I'm just going to wing it. So Malin goes out and does a run, and she comes back, and does she talk to you about her car, how her car is performing?
I usually have to ask.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does she give you answers that help you adjust the setup to benefit her?
Yeah, she does.
And is she very demanding? Does she get upset with you if something's not right?
She's a bit of a perfectionist, so if I screw up, she'll let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been on like a 3-week trip or so, trying to get your head back around the racing on dirt.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Anything like this where you live?
No.
if it is, it would never get in this condition, would it?
No, it would be pretty much closed all the time because of all the rain.
Exactly.
So it would take too much work to keep in a decent shape, really.
Exactly, and that's why I'm a big AstroTurf racing fan.
Yeah.
I learned on it. It works in England where I do my racing. I like this.
This is fun.
But it doesn't work where we live.
No, it doesn't. It's kind of, if you're lucky, you get 4 months out of the year.
Exactly.
And it's just too expensive, just too much work. People are not willing to put in the hours to keep a track like this in raceable condition.
Exactly. So, what's your racing schedule looking like for the rest of the year?
Not really sure. It's the EOS, the EFRA series.
Yep.
Hopefully the Worlds in China.
Yep.
8 scale, we're not completely sure yet.
What, so in 2 weeks?
Yeah. So we'll see about that one.
A bit late though, isn't it?
You have school starting and everything, so it's kind of, we have those kind of things to think about as well. And I need to get back to work as well.
Do you? Okay, so does Malin attend school like normal?
Yeah, like normal, yeah.
Just full-time? I mean, what is it like in Sweden? Some of them are year-round, or some of them like do 3 months and then have a break? And does she have a big summer break?
She has a big summer break, yeah. So it's kind of like end of June to mid-August.
Yeah.
So that's the school holidays. And we have the normal, I would say normal, holidays around Christmas, Easter, and that sort of stuff.
And so do you try to tie going to race meetings with these holidays and stuff?
Yeah, we're kind of lucky because the Neoberg race is during Easter, and but usually she's so kind of committed to schoolwork and she's doing well, so she gets time off. She gets all the work with her, so she can do everything on the road in the motorhome, so she doesn't miss anything. So
you've driven all the way here from Norway?
Yeah.
How long?
It's 2,600 kilometers, roughly.
Like 94 days to get here?
3 days of normal driving.
Right.
We like to take it with a motorhome, and since I'm the only one driving, it was just me and Marlin coming down. Trude came down 2 weeks later. So we kind of like to take it easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the track as a whole then?
I like it.
Yeah.
Marlin likes it as well. Yeah. It's maybe Marlin love the jump, so they're not too big for her. But when you crash, you kind of crash hard.
Yeah.
For a 10 scale.
That is true, and they've done a very good job here. This week.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. We have 3 days of two-wheel drive now and a full day of four-wheel drive, and the track is still looking really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's about all I can think of.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming in. Oh, wait, one more thing. It was her birthday yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What'd you get her? Did you buy her like a horse or something?
You think I can afford a horse in addition to this? No.
Yeah.
That's impossible. No, she got a scooter, a push bike or whatever you call it, and some rollerblades and some athletic stuff. Yeah.
Wonderful.
The stuff she wanted.
12 years old.
12, yeah.
And what's the end goal in this being involved in RC racing? Are you looking at like a profession out of it for her, or is she looking at it? I'm just.
It's kind of at the moment she wants to race the best.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we try to give her.
Yeah.
Whether it ends, I don't know. We haven't set a strict plan. It's just as long as we have fun, don't argue too much.
Yeah.
Because she's 12 now. Next year she will 13.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So it's kind of. She wants to evolve. She wants to go faster.
Yeah.
She wants to race the fastest guy. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. So we're trying to do the bigger races instead of a lot of the small races, because everything costs money. So it's kind of. Yeah, we kind of learn more from a big race than a small race.
Yeah.
So it's not that we're stuck up and doesn't want to do small races, but it's kind of we have to use our money wisely.
Absolutely.
Because we don't have unlimited funds.
No, I don't know many people that do.
I wish I had, but
yeah, me too. I keep playing that lottery every week, but
me too.
Only like
one day.
£2.50
yeah.
per week.
Just to be in it.
Yeah, just to be in there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you very much for taking your time, Bent and Malin, and your whole family have come over to say hello. And good luck on the rest of the meeting.
Thank you.
Perfect. Ben Carlson coming over. We're just going to have one last look. Thank you very much. One last look at the chat room and see if there's any questions I can answer. And Tony giving love out for Martin. Liam Galvin says, what's your thoughts on the track for four-wheel drive then? Why does this keep coming back Mo? Am I missing something? Oh, Mo, Martin Owen. Ah, I see. Yeah, he's gone, unfortunately. Anders Lind, how would the 8th Scale drivers like to have a Euros on the Robin Hood track? Absolutely, Anders. I completely understand what you're saying. I know for a fact many times in the past, I don't know specifically for this meeting, but I know that very few, sometimes only one track apply to do the Euros. If you've ever known anybody that's been involved in running the Euros, you know, it's a lot of work. And not everyone always wants to take that on. You know, it's a lot of work, and I don't think they make a lot of money off of it when it's done. In fact, they probably make more money off of holding a national event and or a club event. So, yeah. And MRD Airbrush Designs. Hi, guys. Hello, mate. Thank you for joining in. Okay, we're just about done now. I can tell you that tomorrow is Friday, and we will be on air from just before 10:30. That will be start of control practice round number 2, and we're going to show you the control practice 2 and 3 rounds of qualifying. So I would like to say thank you very much for everyone viewing in. Thank you very much for EFRA and Jeep, and also Serpent Innovations for our replays. Oh, hang on, we've got another question. MRD Airbrush Design says, have you guys ever thought about a drone overview with the cam? Yes, they have. I know next week or in a week and a half at the Euros, there'll be some drones around with Dallas. I know the officials are a little bit funny in 1/10 racing about having a drone too close during the racing because of the sound it makes. Obviously, electric being quiet, and it's not so much of a problem during the 1/8 buggies or anyone using nitro. But it is a very good idea, and it's getting more and more. I just don't think any of us have one here. And then if we were to do the footage, how we're going to feed it in, it's just getting very complicated. Yeah, but great idea. So thank you very much for joining in. We will see you tomorrow morning just before 10:30. Goodbye.